All right, everybody. Hi, welcome back to part two of session 100. That's right, we made it to the triple digits of Materia D&D. Um, the first part of tonight's session, the Menagerie were getting their Lent equipment from Tabard, their uh, friend that has a magical shop up in Whitlaw. Davis was able to go to the Snoring Lodge, where, when upon entering the very dark, dusky, smoke-filled uh, stone and wood lodging, he met three individuals. One was leaving, another one was manning the counter, Braylon, and then is apparently Braylon's father or adult figure, uh, Murgo was able to give mm, Davis some more information about the Snoring Mountain and the monastic lodges uh, and forges over in Carver. The Menagerie were able to get out of Whitlaw under the guise of being transports, taking supplies down to the checkpoint down south of Whitlaw, and they made their way to Volpine after about 4 days of traveling, and they are camped out on the outskirts of town where they decided not to alert or make their presence known in the area as they are technically still supposed to be in Whitlaw. However, Meeker did track down Mason. Yeah, I keep saying Mason. Why do I keep saying Mason? Um,
Morgan.
Morgan, um, the the young, bright-eyed Goliath forge and blacksmith specialist over at the general store, who has connections and ties to Joel, who is a cousin and clan member, which was one of the individuals that looked over Dregnar's purse and put a seal on it. And she had tasked the group with going to the Great Kroll Mountains and to hunt a basilisk and a hellhound to help alleviate the curse. The menagerie gave Morgan a number of gold coins to cover for his services being lost, and Meeker will arrange that a pair of the individuals that assist with the maintenance and upkeep of the Verdant Cause's supplies and equipment will be making up some of the lost time over at the general store to assist with their skills. And nightfall came. Uh, you are all able to sleep and rest. Uh, Davis, as you do sleep tonight, uh, you're not met with a dream of the the belly or the beast or anything like that. Instead, you see, um, as you sleep, almost on repeat, it's not a dream that you can wake yourself up from, but you remember it clear as day in the morning when you wake up, that a shard from the sky, something from beyond the night, uh, crashing into the forest, the pine forests, and causing the land to buckle, bend, and shift and rise upward drastically and violently. Uh, the earth encasing this glowing, almost like star-like stone deep beneath the earth, forever there, and just on repeat this dream
Okay.
over and over again. Uh, but no ill effects from the dream. Uh, as you guys are eager to get going, not only do you wake up along with Sed to greet the sun, majority of y'all wake up fairly spry and ready to go. Uh, and within no time, Morgan shows up as well. Which I should make a token for Morgan. He's gonna be with you guys for a bit. So, uh,
If you want to send me the image, I'll do it.
no, you're good right now. So it is morning. As it is going to be a regular day, feel free to roll your portents, roll your items that need to be addressed. Uh, all your items are fully charged. So if there's anything like charge-wise, you don't have to worry. But if they're setting to what they're pointing to or that, please do that. We need to zoom in on Morgan. There we go. Download. And I trust y'all to still note everything while I make the token. Morgan underscore roll born.
So instead of just the minimum of extra HP, now I get one above the minimum of extra HP for
Oh
my totem.
jeez, are you rolling that poorly?
I mean, it's yeah.
It's
Well,
funny.
last time I rolled 1 and 1, and now I rolled a 2 and a 1. I mean, I still
Okay.
get my proficiency bonus on top of it, so it's not like just 3. I get 7 extra HP, but still,
No, I get it, but it's still
it's
just
pretty
kind of
funny.
funny. Yeah. So as you all are up and rising from your slumber, getting ready to eat and start your day, um, Morgan is there with y'all, and he is, you know, not necessarily in what you've always seen him in with his like smithing clothes with his heavy apron, but he's more in lighter traveling clothes, uh, good high leather boots, um, some strappings and everything. But it's a kind of this blend of Vulpine attire meets kind of what you would associate with someone living in the wilderness. Uh, and he also is carrying a vellum satchel. And as you guys, he's greeting y'all in the morning. He's like, good morning, Menagerie. I really don't know what flavors y'all like, so I just grabbed a bunch." And he kind of opens it, and it's just fresh baked pastries. Which now that you smell them, you realize that in the morning you were smelling the pastries being cooked by the different inns and bakeries of Volpine, and the wind has been carrying it your way. And he's like, "These are the savory ones. These are the sweet ones. Mixed berries. There's some apple.
Do you get any
There's
poppy
some
seed?
sausage. Poppy seed. Actually, we do. It's got some lotus in. Is that okay?
I haven't. I don't know. I'll try it though.
All right. It's milled, so pretty fine. It tastes really good. Very fresh. They're all really fresh baked. Um, like scone essentially.
Nice.
Pastries ready to go. And he's just gonna dig. He's got two himself. He's got one savory, one sweet. Say, these are my favorite. Hope you don't mind.
These are really
Like,
good.
mm. So he's like, all right, so I'm taking y'all Maya home. It's gonna take us a few days of travel. I have a feeling that we'll be able to go faster than normal since you guys are such hardy adventurers, right? I don't need to go slow, right?
No, I think we're
Right.
good.
Okay.
In fact, I will motion to. I think it's Dregnar. Who's got the survival pouch?
Rock does actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is it Rock that's
Not
got it?
me.
I do. I have the survival.
Is it time to bring out our friends? Maybe.
Uh,
Can we ride them safely without trying to murder each other?
well, he'll look at Morgan. Or if you're saying this, right, Morgan will be friends. What what's going on?
Yeah. I. Are we ready to go? Like we're packed up.
I I
Yeah.
believe so. We'll
Uh,
we'll be traveling through the woods. So
Oh, I don't know. I mean, does it really speed us up in the woods?
he's like, I have no idea what we're talking about. I'm
Yeah,
so
I'm.
confused.
I'm like kind of ignoring that guy. I'm talking straight to Davis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just yeah. It'll just save us some wear and tear. Like I'm in my armor, you know. Like I don't necessarily move that it's much slower, but it's just less comfortable. So I'd like to give me some apples.
Okay, well, hey, Baxter, is it?
That's Morgan.
Morgan,
The
sorry.
other guy was
Baxter is
Baxter.
my boss.
Yeah. Sorry, Morgan, is it? Yeah, okay, yeah. And just because I am, I'm gonna make it a little bit of a show.
Okay.
Just brush the pouch and make the ground shake a little, and then poof, I will summon all 5 of them.
He will just like watch us like, where, what, where did those come
Like you
from?
said, we're adventurers. We know how to travel.
Magic, spooky magic bag.
That is as you said, a spooky magic. That is cool. Are they real? And
No,
he's
but
kind of
Yeah.
gonna like,
Hey,
I heard no and a yeah. Which one is it? Are they real?
well, they're
These
real,
boys never got them tricks up them sleeves.
but they're not like real.
I mean, you can't eat them. They're not real enough to eat, but you can ride them.
Well, technically, you could eat them.
Why
I don't
would
think you'd enjoy eating them.
this? I just saw Bray get pulled out of a bat.
Yep.
That is cool.
This one's mine. His name is Apples.
Say, welcome to Volpine Apples. Nice to meet you. I'm
He's just a donkey.
Morgan.
Man. Like he doesn't talk.
Oh, so okay. But still,
I mean, he's great.
he's
You can be nice to him, sure, be nice, but like he's not gonna answer you.
I would have never expected them to talk.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Oh, really?
Oh shit.
He's like, please, this is wonderful. Hopefully, I hope they'll be able to travel through the woods. Okay.
I mean, they went through the pretty gross marshland with us before, so.
Oh, well then, I would have never expected people to take any type of horse or
I
mule
mean,
to
we
a
made them
swamp,
so that they
but
could walk on water, which helped, I think.
Well, that was yeah, that was good.
Morgan, you'll have to excuse my friends. They don't understand that horses and bray don't go in the woods because of tripping hazards. If these bray get hurt, all we have to do is unsummon them, and then when we summon them back, they'll be perfectly fine.
Well, I
Mhm.
I got all 5 out. I can't make them come back.
I'm talking. He's worried about the main concern with horses and bray and 4-legged creatures like this in the woods is they trip, fall, break a leg.
Yeah, if they go
Yeah.
lame.
Normally, when you the horse breaks a leg, you have to put it down.
Exactly.
But these are magical, and I'm letting him know that he doesn't have to worry about that because if they do become lame, we can put them back into the bag, and then tomorrow or whenever we can summon them back, and they'll be perfectly fine. So he doesn't have to worry about us having to put down the bray because they become lame.
That's true. Yeah, why not jump on here? Jump on to brain number 4.
Which any point. He's like, okay. It's like, hello, Bray number 4. Welcome to Volpine. I'm going to jump on you now. And he gets on saddle. Like,
As soon as he gets on, I'm gonna use my magic to make it sound like,
To make it
and
what?
the brain's gonna be like, "Hey, you're heavy."
uh,
My name is Four.
it's like, I'm sorry. Please let me get off. And he starts getting off. He's like, I think I'm gonna.
Thank you. You're very heavy.
Wait, what's the matter?
You're.
Don't you like your bray, Morgan?
It was telling me that I was too heavy.
Morgan, they don't talk.
Yeah, they
No,
don't
no.
talk.
It just talked. I heard it say, "Hey, you're too heavy." Like try to imitate how it sounded. He just looks at it.
I'm gonna go up to Bray 4 and touch and be like, "You talk now, buddy?
Like,
Bray 4?"
Brock, stop. We want him to be comfortable around us.
I'll laugh a little and be like, "Okay, I'm sorry.
like,
It was my fault."
I'm, is it, and he looks at the brain. I'm not too heavy then?
No, you're good.
Oh, Okay. He kind of runs his hand through its hair, his mane. He's like, kind of rubs it on the side of the nose. I'm gonna. He jumps back on it. He's like waiting to listen. He's like at attention, waiting to hear something. Okay. Hey, these are really comfortable saddles.
Yeah.
Are these magic too?
They came with the brag, I guess so.
Dang. Magic makes everything better. He's just like kind of bouncing around and moving. He's like, I can't get uncomfortable. I'm trying to be uncomfortable. Dang. Very
Magic
well.
saddle.
Um,
Uh,
so question, because there's 5 Bray and 8 of us.
The dwarf wants to run, I'm sure, right?
I'll walk.
I mean, I don't mind walking.
Y'all are willing to spare 10 minutes, so I can get us an extra set of legs, but if y'all are willing to wait,
I'm actually gonna look at it like, you can?
yes, yes. I need to teach my son how to do it at some point, but yeah, so I've always been able to do this.
Oh, right,
Uh,
bear. That's right. Of course you can.
I mean, any. I'm happy to just eat my pastries and wait for you guys to get ready. So
Please do, please enjoy the rest of the breakfast you brought. It was delicious, by the way. Thank you so much. Great way to start the day.
there's
Let
something
me,
about pastries made with plains cow milk compared to other ones. It's delicious.
you can tell it's made with love.
Exactly.
And he's gonna go walk off 10 feet and draw a circle and start doing a little ritual.
Okay, it's not an actual ritual though, right?
It's not.
No, it just takes
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yep. So what are you summoning?
So it can be something different every time, right? It's not a persistent.
Yeah. It
Okay.
takes the spirit takes the form of. It's kind of like It's kind of like Find Familiar. Like Pebble herself is not a beast, is not an oxpecker. That's her preferred form.
Okay.
But she's
Then
been something else, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's been a mouse, a rat.
Oh, yeah.
I cheated for a week and turned her into whatever I wanted.
I like the. Was it a parakeet? When you were in pirate
She's
mode?
a
Yeah,
normal form.
we had a macaw. We had
Oh,
we had
Oh, that's right.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want a giant mountable macaw. No. I think baritone would like probably a dire wolf or on
Ooh.
land.
All right.
Can it be silvered?
Let me find you a wolf. I'm pretty sure we have a pog for that. Yeah, it can be you control like it's the
Oh
spirit
yeah.
taking the form of it. So go ahead and because it's the first time any of them have seen you actually doing this. If you want to, you can embellish it and say what it looks like while you're doing the summoning.
Despite not being a ritual, I definitely imagined it with a circle,
That's fine.
big old 10-foot
Yeah.
circle.
Mhm.
I did not think this part through.
Uh,
But the basis of it would there would eventually be a circle. It glows with a light, kind of light blue.
okay.
Particles start kind of floating upwards. It gets more aggressive as time goes on, and then um, the shape of the beast comes through, rises through the ground.
Okay, so it's like kind of like as the particles are coming up, like you'll see it like almost like I kind of picture it maybe, and you can stop me if this is not it, but it's like almost like printing the feet, then the legs,
3D
then the
printed.
joint.
From the
Yeah, like
bottom up,
kind of.
you can hear the
Yeah.
zzz, zzz.
But you know what I mean? Like the particles
Yes,
are
yes.
floating up, but they're stopping, and it's almost like printing it from the bottom up.
And then you think it's ready, but I've got to take out the UV light, and it's another like couple hours. But anyway, once it is done, it is basically made of light, and that kind of shatters and kind of, ching,
Cool.
and then you get to see the beast.
Dig it. So you should see a wolf greater steed on there for you.
Aha!
As he's
There you
doing it,
go.
I'll like just be sitting there snacking on my little scone and be like, man, Bear's way better at magic than Al, and like saying it pretty loud. Like
Al doesn't know shit.
Al could
I mean,
learn a lot from his dad still, but he's young, you know. So
he's got time.
You'll just see like Morgan. He like he still hasn't gotten off a Bray 4, but he's kind of scooted it over towards y'all more, and he's like, that was awesome. He made a wolf out of light.
Baritone is gonna mount the wolf and try to look very majestic. And I'll say, "Take good care of Chestnut. I hear that's my son's favorite one."
God, I love that name.
Uh,
Are you ready,
Sedge
gentlemen?
will, Sedge will be like, I got Chestnut, and he'll go over to Bray too. He's like, hi.
Nope,
He
nope,
doesn't know
not that
which
one.
one's Chestnut.
Other side, far side. Keep going. Too
Oh,
far.
okay. This one?
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
You can
Hello,
tell by his
Chestnut?
You can tell by the skid
demeanor.
marks on the saddle.
Mm, scorch marks. Those are heard some stories there. But he's a good one.
All right. Very well. So Shej will take care of Chestnut. Y'all are all able to mount on your various brays. I think that means only one. Oh no, and Dregnar's on foot. Is that everybody?
I mean, there's 6 of us, and there's 6 of these.
Six,
Dragnar's is walking, and then Morgan's.
7
Yeah.
is okay. Then yeah, that that fits. So everyone is able to take one of these steeds and head out towards heading south. As you were never really on the road, just following the fields, as the grasses begin to get higher and taller, turning into those wildflowers, and eventually, for some of you, you're on the edge of the forest where crazy battling occurred at one point, and a questionable negotiation and um, what was it? A prisoner exchange?
Yeah, a cool double minor image choreographed thing was pretty sick.
That was pretty sick. Oh, we already had them on here, so let's do that. And so, as you guys do approach um the boxwoods, the high pines, you remember why it's got its name. The common oak tree and sweet gum trees that are found in this area are becoming more and more sparse and getting replaced by tall silver pine and that just stretch up fairly dense to one another. And especially at this time of the morning, there is that dew, that fog that makes it look misty, cloudy, and eerie. However, having been here and spent time, you know that it's much more visually uneasy than actually a dangerous woods. There are manner of beasts and such inside, but being competent adventurers, you should be more than capable. So let me go get y'all's tokens now. Let's try to do that. So as you guys do depart and head further into the woods, travel is fairly straightforward, especially now that you have Morgan with you guys, and he'll say, "Oh wow, so yeah, it'll be a bit, but um, just follow me, I suppose. Number 4, and we'll get to a good stopping point by before dusk, and then hopefully we'll get to the mountains by the end of the second day, if not the beginning of the third. Um, I guess I should ask you guys: is there anything you guys are super interested in, or you guys just want to travel through the woods?
I may nudge Rock and say, hey, do we want to ask him about your friends, the swine folks? Because they may be on the way. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
if we
but
have time.
we can't. No, not now.
Okay.
We'll see him on the way back when nobody's dying.
All right. Boop. Hey, this actually worked out kind of nicely. Da, da, da. There you go. So, the first days of travel, it's pretty peaceful, pretty relaxing. There are times where, as you're traveling, you do see all manner of different types of animals and beasts throughout here. Definitely numerous small birds perching on the lower branches of the pine trees. Uh, the floor is just covered in old pines that are being now overtaken by the greens as spring is coming into season. Um, First days of travel with Morgan guiding you, fairly easy, to the point where you're not even getting very hungry as you're not taxing yourselves too heavily, um, as the Bray are somehow able to traverse these rather dense forests fairly well. Um, Nightfall, as the night is approaching, dusk is coming. Y'all are able to set up camp easily. Uh, Morgan will share stories of, his little time in the Foxwoods, as well as kind of introducing you to some of the stories of his people. He'll tell you of the fabled the Basilisk Hunters, that there are three main clans that make up the Krolls, or the Krollborn. He happens to get the name Morgan Krollborn because he was an orphan. Uh, Joel is his cousin only by association of the clan that he was a part of. Um, that yeah, that how was I going to say it? That life on the mountains, that breeds the Goliaths to be innately, tough and uh, skillful in survival and hunting. However, he never had that calling. And there are other ones amongst his tribe that do take up the roles of like medicine man, guide, other things. He initially set off to learn to be a guide, but when he came across smithing and all that, it kind of became something that he was pretty passionate for. Um, and that's basically he's just giving kind of his backstory. Uh, and you'll learn that smithing and all that type of craft is not that common up in the Grey Crolls. It's usually items made from the animals that they kill and such like that. Uh, but you are able to travel and traverse the woods. Nighttime comes. Is there anything you guys are interested in doing the first night, or we just good with the continued travel? Sweet. Continued travel.
Adam, sorry,
Mm.
there is one thing I've been wanting to do
Mhm.
since I had the ability to do it. If it's possible, I would like to use my beast sense and speak with animal. I'm trying to get like a replacement for I can't remember his name. Barkchester. So a
Nice.
small animal or something like that that I could use my abilities with. So like a squirrel or a
Okay.
small rodent, maybe some kind of raptor bird, something that I don't know what's available here.
Um, is there something of preference that you're going for, or just kind of anything?
Not really, just what's available. And
Okay.
not so much for it to be a pet, but like, I don't know if you ever watched the old movie Beastmaster,
Mhm.
something like that, where I have, it could be a small fox, whatever.
Going to just looking at what we have available as far as
There you go,
talisman.
Beastmaster. Yeah, I don't know what's native to the
Yeah,
tall pines here. I'm assuming there's birds and
you're
other
getting
things like that.
porcupine. 'Cause I love porcupines.
Porcupine will work.
There you go.
Nice.
So,
Small little prick just like you.
Yep, yep.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
that is,
Guess who was going to go sleep with the first night, Davis?
hey. So yeah, you're able to over the course of the travels, yeah, when you're walking through the high pines, there's larger animals like bears and wolves and such. There's also animals that we don't see in modern day. Giant sloths, for example, I remember were very prominent. But you do see foxes, you do see porcupine, you see raccoon, you see squirrel, different types of smaller birds, as well as hawks and all that. So we're not even getting to the insects part, but you're able to find plenty of suitable animals. And at one point, you're kind of coming upon this large, very bristly porcupine who's just there on a pine cone, munching away, looks at you, gets back to munching. And with time, you're able to build a connection with it, and you're able to convince it to come along with y'all. And you have a little porcupine kind of following y'all, picking up a pine cone from time to time, getting on its hind legs and walking slower behind you.
I shall call you Quilbert.
He will say, I don't get what that means, but Quilbert did his boss. Quilbert.
And then that night, I'll pull out some of the dried peppermint and stuff, and I'll give him a little bit.
This is good. Makes my mouth feel funny. Tasty though. I like it. There you go. Got a Quilbert. But you only are able to have conversations from time to time with him, I think, right?
Oh yeah. It's only, I can only do it. I think it's, let me see. Speak with animals lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Beast sense is 1 hour, but
Well, there you go. So you have yourselves a porcupine friend. And Morgan will be like, "Damn, you're really good with animals, there, Mr. Dregnar."
yeah, I'm able to feel what they feel, and I'm able to communicate with them.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's very cool. So
Comes in handy.
I can see that. So uh, anything else on the evening, gentlemen?
Right before we go to sleep,
You prank him. Okay, got it. Yes.
nope, I'm gonna make everybody 1 foot taller and just thicker.
Finally.
Just on the off chance while we're sleeping, somebody comes up on us, look a little more intimidating. We're all bigger.
Okay. Um. Okay. So it's not necessarily something noticeable, I guess, right? Um. I would say, yeah, Rock, you kind of go to bed chuckling, knowing what you've done. Is it when you're going to sleep, or is it when you're making camp that you do this?
Like right before I would fall asleep. Like,
Okay, got it.
Like,
Yeah,
it lasts
and
for
we'll
8 hours.
say,
Cover our sleep time.
okay, and we'll say that, for the sake of it, you guys do establish some watches, as you are camping out, but we don't. They're not, nothing strict. The braid do return to the pouches. However, the dire wolf is on watch, is on guard. As it is a spirit, it does not need to sleep. So it is there patrolling the perimeter of the camp all night. And baritone, uh, you have a mental connection with your beast throughout the evening. Morning comes. If you would be so kind, I need everybody to mark off a set of rations. Unless if you're using the pouch to generate rations for 5 of you. Go ahead and roll the pertinent items right now and the pertinent skills if you need to. Make the changes you need to. As you guys do greet the sun, it is that overcast, kind of like white, foggy, misty atmosphere around you, where you don't really see outside of the trees. You just see the light being, absorbed by the fog and then spread out. Morgan will say, "All right, if we get good time, I think we can get, I think we can get home in before dusk. I hope everyone's ready." What's
Ready.
that? I have something dumb in a second. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I have one ration. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna try to sneak off and use the use the geospoon to eat some rocks.
Okay. I mean, it's not that bad.
Like,
Al, you
can
or
build
Barrett,
characters.
yeah. Baritone, you reach in one of your pouches and you're looking around for that. Is it like a cedar spoon or something? I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of pull it out and look at it. And like, all right, I know how this is supposed to work.
Whew.
You just look at it, you're like, I don't want to eat dirt.
Start
Kind of,
slow. Save the teeth.
and as you kind of scoop, put it in, the texture is not bad.
Mm,
Basically, no flavor.
better than I expected. Texture's not there. I've had sand before. This is a little worse.
And you just kind of swallow. And after a few moments, you're like, I'm not hungry. Cool.
Alright.
Put the spoon.
Oh,
And
spoon
while
deactivates.
while Al is doing that, I'm going to use my ability to be able to
Bro.
collect food for myself and up to 5 other people.
That's fine.
Oh.
Remember, Al is
Absolutely.
baritone. Baritone doesn't know this. He didn't know you could do this.
No, no, of course not. One last thing I want to retcon. When I do find Greater Steed, I get a language that the Greater Steed can understand.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna pick Infernal until it
of
bites me in
course
the
you
ass.
are. Of course you are. All right. Um. Very well. So whenever baritone speaks to his steed, it's
Necronomicon bullshit.
Ooh, ah, bleh.
Oh my God, he's summoning something. Morgan, be on your ready.
It's like beautiful day, isn't it? That's not what you hear.
Plateau Volata Necto.
Yeah.
yeah, basically. Um. But yeah, Dregnar, you're able to forage and gather for the group. It's mostly edible mosses, some nuts. If you did feel like you wanted to kill some small animals, you could. Um, but there's plenty of extra. I guess if you guys didn't mark off your ration, I guess now you don't need to because I forgot about his gathering. But if you did, that's okay. With bellies satisfied, um, water skins full, as Morgan shows you as you grab some of the mosses, he'll say, "These are, you don't have to really worry about much. They kind of filter all the bad stuff." He kind of gets his water skin and kind of squeezes water from the moss into the water skin. So feel free to hydrate and drinks a little bit, and y'all are able to travel. As as you guys are walking through, Morgan will stop at like a hazel bush and kind of pluck some stuff. He's like, "Here you go. These are good for breath." Basically, little hazel twigs, and you guys make good pace. Can I have everyone give me a survival check? With advan no, just give me a survival check. It's fine. We're doing cumulative scores, and I'll roll for Morgan as well. Okay.
I rolled a 3. That's a total of 8.
Uh, Nat 1 for 2. Okay. So far we got a lot of successes. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. So at one point as you guys are traveling, early
Did
on in
someone roll
the
for
day,
Sedge, or does it matter?
it doesn't matter. You don't
Okay.
need to worry. I was just doing with the players here. Um, as you guys are traveling, at one point, uh, the fog is still early on and not lifted completely. And Davis, you just kind of get a little bit distracted, and start veering off at one side, and you go over like one of the little elevated portions and then down. As you're looking around, no one's around you, and you kind of get lost Uh, uh, After some time, you call out, and then your companions kind of find you. It's not a big, but it does cost a little bit of time. However, with the overwhelmingly high rolls by the group, uh, you guys are making a really good time. Uh, the birds are chirping, the different sounds of the animals rustling in the woods, especially some of them kind of like running out of the way of you guys as you're traveling. But the the foxwoods and the high pine forest continue to be dense, and they're rightfully named as the better part of the day passes. Let me make sure. Yeah, travel goes fairly well. Morgan at one point will stop you guys and say, "Give me a minute. It's been a little bit since I've traveled this way. I'm not seeing my normal landmarks." Hmm. And that eats up a little bit more time. However, he does manage to there it is. And he kind of ventures off at one point. And
It's
he
okay,
kind of
champ. You got this.
he'll like shout out to you guys. It's like, I found it, I found it, I found the guide stone. And then like he was a good 400 feet off or so. And Dregnar, you take note of it. It's essentially just an old, uh, probably once used like natural kind of den. Like where two larger like stones seemingly kind of fell upon each other and got like found their, got stuck in a position, and then just foliage and stuff has built up on one side. And moss has kind of encompassed it all to make kind of like a natural kind of den and landmark that's easy to spot. But he travels with you guys quickly. The Bray seemingly are helping keep the pace up. Quilbert is having a hard time keeping up. Uh, but I guess Dregnar, I would kind of imagine you would scoop him up and not
Oh
worry
yeah,
about. Well,
yeah.
yeah,
I'll be like, hey man, you want to ride? Jump on.
like ride. You mean I get to? And he just gets on, climbs on, just like holds onto your back, and he's just enjoying the ride. And you swear as you guys look at Dregnar and Colbert. Colbert's tail is wagging like a dog. He's just happy. But you're able to get to the base of the Grey Kroll Mountains. And as you guys approach and arrive there, um, the high pines do not stop. They run into this mountain and then they just start growing upwards. And there's no neutral dead zone with open field. It's just greenery, trees, into rock and more trees. Uh, Traversing this will be difficult, and at this point, Morgan will say, I think as magical as our friends are, this is probably as far as they can go. Unless if they can turn into like goats or something. Can they be billy goats? Because those
Billy.
I was gonna transform into Billy. Fuck it.
are like
No.
you are talented, Mr.
No.
Baritone. That is
Mm-hmm.
that looks real. Okay.
Almost like you're never sure who he's gonna be next. You can never be sure he is who you think he is.
Oh no, it's
That's
very
some sort of
temporary. It's only a few seconds. Oh, I feel myself changing back right now. Ah, and then
okay.
turn
He's like,
back to
oh,
baritone.
okay. That's still that's pretty neat, Mr. Baritone. That's man, magic is cool. I wish I would have understood magic. So you guys run up to the mountains, and uh, being able to, I don't know what you wish to do with the Bray. You probably have about well, you guys traveled fairly well. You probably have about an hour left with the Bray at this point. Um, you attempt to have them follow y'all. Morgan will get off number 4 and say, I I just don't. As magical as they are, I don't think they'll be able to traverse very well. Um,
I'll just look at Rock. I'll be like, can you just send apples home? I don't know about the rest of these guys.
Sure.
Whoosh.
And you just see Morgan like stare as it happens. Like last time when he's like, I don't think I'll ever get. How do you get used to that? That is just. They literally go into the bag.
It's
Yeah,
like their house. Their house.
just don't put him in the wrong bag that he's carrying.
Don't put Bray in the wrong bag. Okay, understood. But
I mean, generally
don't.
don't put them in any bag. Those are the only brays that go in any bag.
Oh, so they live specifically in one bag.
Yeah.
Bray in a bag. Interesting. So with that, you start to trek and traverse on foot. The Grey Krolls are not the most forgiving amount. They're actually rather jagged and steep and difficult to traverse. Um, Not quite like when you see like the Razor's Edge ones in Madagascar. They're nothing like that, but they do have, they're very rocky, very loose gravelly, and some of them have some very steep faces on them. Funny enough, as you guys do traverse, the sun is starting to begin its descent. Uh, you do see a number of different types of mountain goats and rams. Definitely some nesting birds, hawks and falcons of the sort. And you see some other animals, most notably larger hunting cats uh, that seem to call these mountains home. But they do seem to not heed you any mind and be able to traverse.
Well, I will have. Can I do a 10-minute while doing a light walk? 10-minute spell.
What's the spell?
Well, speak with animals. That way, in case we piss one of these things off, I can just keep it up because it's at will.
Yeah, okay, that's sure. Yeah, I'll say that's fine. It's not too intensive as you guys are traveling. I'll just put Morgan as the boop boop. So and you guys will pick up that Morgan has like a little pep to his step. He's pretty excited being back here. Um, and the night starts to kind of wane and dusk. You'll see that there are some structures made of bone, stone, and wood that are essentially like some sort of markers. Um, don't know if any of y'all can actually read what's on them. Let's see real quick.
Do any of these look like the vision I had whenever I was in my trance?
This is the markers in your trance. Oh,
When I went to the mountain and you said there were buildings outside the entrance?
exactly. No, no.
Okay.
These are not like stone structures at
So
all.
they're
These
like
are,
cairns, maybe.
yeah, kind of like, but they're not large. They're more like markers, if that makes sense. Like almost to use like a very loose. They're kind of like a totem or a, oh God, almost like a sign. I almost want to say like it's a sign made of wood, bone, and stone. Uh,
So
let me
not
see.
like this.
Let me see. Maybe you're right. Maybe because I'm thinking like a cairn, like a grave marker. No, yeah, something like that. Sorry,
Okay.
yes. More wood than a little bit
Yeah,
more wood.
yeah,
Than,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, yes. And there is some etching and writing on it, almost like into the stone and the wood, in a language that none of y'all speak. Morgan was like, "Oh, we're getting pretty close to one of the first tribe areas. Um, just
One of the
stay with
first.
me.
One of the first what?
Tribe areas?
Oh, tribe areas. I thought you said tribe berries. I was like, okay.
No. Sorry.
Are there any
I
hostile tribes in this
Oh no,
vicinity?
not here. They might be curious as to why strangers are roaming, but
That would make them
we don't
Sure.
tend
hostile if, right?
curious. No, they'll
Okay.
be protective, but they won't be hostile towards you. They might send someone to see what's going on. If they see me, it should be fine. They'll be curious, not hostile. It's kind of what I want to say. I don't know how to say it, but I get what you're gonna be thinking. Anyways, I'm muttering. I'm starting to get a little nervous because I haven't been home in a long time. Um.
Actually, I want to
So
insight check, see if that's why he's actually nervous.
okay,
15.
it seems reasonable.
Okay.
He hasn't been here for a while, and kind of matches up with the story. And he'll say, let's see if I actually have it listed inside the deepest valleys. The largest valley of the tribe across the large buff, located near the top of the highest peak. Um, so uh, he'll say, no, yeah, we're definitely uh in the role we are now. Uh, when, well, I'm sure we'll have eyes put upon us anytime now. They'll probably just send someone to see if we're lost or what's going on. Uh, so yeah, just stay with me. Um, and he will continue guiding you up the winding stone paths. Uh, and you approach one portion where the stones go, and then there's this large crevasse that forms. And as you guys approach the crevasse, um, a you'll hear a whistle, like a sound, uh, cracks through all the other silences and the wind that's blowing, and a uh, two Goliaths will approach, and two gnomes will approach. Um, there's a stark contrast in the size, where the Goliaths are noticeably brawny, 7 to 8 feet tall, smooth, bald skin, grayish of hue, with seeming like natural markings across their flesh that look almost tattoo-like, and then their smaller counterparts that barely make it to their knees, of some wirely haired male gnome and a curly haired male gnome, looking at y'all and say, hi, travelers. What y'all doing over here in the Vashlands? Y'all need a escort, guide, lost? Um, is that? Are you You don't look like you're from here, Mister? And he's looking at Morgan, and he's like, uh, oh, the dress. I'm not from the Vashlands. I'm from home. Just trying to get my friends here to go see someone that can help. Uh, do you mind if we camp here tonight? Mm, uh, well, I mean, it doesn't need much trouble. Friends are looking all right. They're being a little quiet. Everything okay? Uh,
We've got some important business to attend to. Some creatures we're on the lookout for. We heard that they're in this area.
features. Yeah, there's minor
Basilisk,
creatures.
right?
Basilisk. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tej will lead up to you. He's like, yeah, basilisk. He's like, okay. Well, if you're here for some hunting, then by all means, by rest your weary feet, rest your heads. We'll be glad to escort you through the caverns. Give me 1 second, boys. Yeah, no. All right. Well then, by all means, we'll escort you down to some of the little outposts that we got. You can take a load off. And, uh, welcome to the Vashlands. Uh, so
Thank you.
I'll look at Morgan. I was like, that sound good?
that's great. So, and as you guys are walking, he'll kind of explain. So as I'm saying, these guys will probably pipe in if they wish, but there's three main tribe heads. There's Vash. Vash are located in the deepest valleys here in the Grey Kroll, also known as the Vashlands. They're the stewards of the rivers that run through the mountains. There's Ents, located at the top of the highest peaks of the Grey Kroll. They're many known as the Sky Readers. And then there's the Home, which is where myself and Joel are from. We're the largest here in the Krollweir. Uh, we sit in the middle, in the heart of the mountain. Uh, but yeah, this is actually going to be probably my first time spending an evening here down in the Vashland. Kind of exciting.
You
And
said
then,
sky readers? What does that,
yeah,
what does that mean?
read the clouds, read the stars, read the
Interesting.
weather.
Have you ever heard the term, a similar term, star speaker?
Um, it rings a bell. I don't actually know. It rings a
Okay.
bell. Similar enough.
Interesting.
One of the Goliaths that's kind of walking with y'all, uh, he'll, he'll speak up. He's got some bony protrusions on his neck and on the bottom of his jaw. Um, Star speakers is another word for them. They, well, certain ones have certain affinities from what I get. That's what I understand.
Okay.
Forgive me. Not an expert.
Yeah, me neither. They sound kind of similar, you know. So.
Mm. Oh, very well. And as you guys kind of approach, you start to hear the sounds of the running water as it's kind of converse to what you're expecting. You've been going up and now you're going down, and the river is kind of cutting through, and you hear the water and you smell it and all that, and you see wooden structures, stone structures, tents of all different types, and there's fires alight. And if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute step away just to take Anita downstairs.
Sure.
So be right back.
My ping is terrible. How long did he say?
A couple minutes.
Okay. I just hear I'm gonna take a, and it's silent for like 5 seconds. I'm like, oh man.
I'm gonna take a, and then he's just gone off the camera.
Like, what happened?
God damn it.
All right, boys. Thank you for your patience.
No problemo.
All right. So,
Welcome
as
back.
you guys, thank you. As you guys get kind of situated and you hear the running water, it's not a rapid or anything. It's a slow run. The various individuals that you see here are almost strictly Goliath, and no, really not much difference. Y'all are really the only spice and different flavor in the valley. The food that you guys are able to get and share consists primarily of some fish that are caught, some greens that happen to grow in the waters, as well as some other things that are able to be foraged around the area. And they insist that you partake in the food as you are the guest to the valley, and they want to share what the Grey Kroll and the valley has to offer. Very humble, cordial, but not necessarily akin to civil in a way. It is very polite and mannered, but it is very different as well. No real plates, no real forks. You're basically eating fish on a stick and such.
Stickfish.
Mm-hmm.
A classic.
Fish
It's
kebab.
good. Yeah, basically fish kebab. Uh, as you guys are there, uh, as you look up at the night sky, it's a clear night, and the stars are framed by the mountains and the rising walls of the valley that you are in. However, they do they don't necessarily have a tent or housing for y'all to rest in, as they do not often get guests. But they do provide y'all with animal pelts and other means to make a comfortable bedding and sleeping area outside under the stars, mixed with whatever camping supplies y'all have. Throughout the majority of the evening, Morgan is with y'all, but he is talking up a storm with the different people that are accompanying y'all here in the Vashlands. Often
Is it
in a
in
language that y'all do
languages
not.
that we know?
Often in a language y'all do not.
Okay.
I would say, uh, if I recall correctly, Dregnar because of Dwarvish. Dregnar and Davis.
Oh.
There are parts of the conversation that are somewhat understandable. And if you do ever ask them what they're speaking, they say, "Oh, the giant tongue." Uh,
Mm.
so forgive us. It's just I don't get to speak it very often. Just making sure I don't get too rusty, and it's much more. It's a lot easier for them to go speak our native language. If there's anything, if it makes you uncomfortable, I can translate what I'm saying.
No,
No, I'm fine.
Well, it's
please,
not
feel
necessary.
free.
Okay.
But it is nice to hear Giant speak without it yelling to try to kill us.
Oh, I take it you're.
We fought some giants and some ogres.
Yeah, we've heard the rumors in Volpine and the insanity. Um, in fact, do you mind if I tell them kind of more of who you are, or are you keeping that?
I'll look at everybody else. I don't care,
I
but
think, yeah, I can't imagine. Well, Morgan, so, like, they're pretty isolated in the mountains here. They're not communicating too much with, like, Volpine, Whitlaw, any of those places, right?
He'll say, 1 second, and he'll say, Irritol Alavir? Ah, Anu? Anru. You guys are the first visitors in about 3 or 4 months.
Oh, then absolutely.
And he's okay. And you'll see him kind of regale uh, somewhat of a tale. And as the night kind of picks up or it progresses, you'll see more and more individuals sit down, gather, and there's like moments of like laughter and moments of like suspense as he's kind of telling you, because he knows the Volpine story very well. And then he also kind of looks at you, and at one point, whoever is still with you guys, he'll kind of look to you as like, so when you were down in Green Hill, can you kind of help me tell what happened?
If you're willing to translate.
He's like, I mean, we have about 40 sets of ears that are willing to listen. So, very hospitable environment, very kind people. And through the night, you're able to go, and at some points, y'all find sleep. Some of y'all probably stay up through the entire story. Thaddeus falls asleep relatively early because he's ready to meet the sun in the morning. But sleep, rest finds you well. Al, you always, as you go to sleep, you cover yourself up so no one can see that you're constantly disguising yourself.
Yes.
And yeah, rest finds you, takes you in, and on the third day of this trek, you rise to the sound of the coursing river, the winds whooping through the valleys of the Vashlands here in the Grey Crolls, and you are ready to be offset. Morgan is up, and a number of individuals, we'll say 7 individuals, will accompany y'all through this part of the Vashlands to the next portion, which is the upcoming larger bluffs of the mountain range, the heartland of the Crolls, where the home are from. And as you guys do bid adieu early in the morning, crossing over to non-tribes land, you are able to travel, and it's still somewhat of a hike and a journey. However, working together, it's pretty easy to get to the mountaintops, but not the very, very tippy tops, but some of the mountaintops. And then there are some portions where you start seeing bluffs out ahead. And as you look, Morgan is, again, eager and excited, but also gives off a sense of nervousness. He's like, well, just in a matter of maybe 30 minutes and we'll be home. Hope you guys are ready. It's a big family.
Are you ready? You seem nervous.
I haven't been back since I got my tattoos. So it's been a while. And also, my skills are not something that are too readily understood by my people. They understand what smithing is, but they don't see the point to it, perhaps.
Have you ever showed them some of your work?
I have. Some of them have some of my work. Mostly, in my spare time and with some of my extra funds, I'm able to forge materials to help them build safer homes and steads. In fact, something I'm bringing, and I'll show you. It's just one of the satchels that he's carrying, and it's been kind of jingling this whole time, but not like really giving you much of a, it's not annoying, but he's got like large steel or iron spikes that he's set to help. These should help hold down, well, just about anything here. Tents, buildings, splitting wood. So it's a good universal kind of tool. Um, and you guys traverse down the way 30 minutes, and there's a couple of those, like, as you said, Karen markers. And as you approach, again, met mostly by Goliaths and gnomes. However, still, the gnomes are still relatively heavily outnumbered. It's probably about a dozen Goliaths to 1 gnome on average that you've seen. And y'all are brought in. Morgan does the introductions. Most of the individuals, just like down in the Vashlands, they're not necessarily wearing like linen cloth of any type. It's more like leathers and sinew and such. Even some plant, like woven plant-based clothing. Uh, mm, After a little bit of a discussion, y'all are brought in and brought to essentially like a portion where, if you can almost imagine, it's like a bluff where you see that there's portions of the stone and the mountain that rise up, but there's no real tops to it. And there's a networks of bridges and ropes kind of connecting about half a dozen of these. And this is known, and uh, Morgan will say, well, "This is home. This is home.
It's
My
impressive.
tribe's land. It's well, I've already told them that we are in need of their assistance. Uh, they understand, and it looks like we're going to get some guidance from one of the some of the elders. So um, I will translate as best as I can. If they oh, did we?
He's just on a Discord, and I don't have the sounds that play when people leave.
Yeah, we did. No, yeah, he's not in.
Ruh-roh.
It's okay. I didn't get a text from him, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, no text. He probably just decided he was tired. I understand.
Yep.
We love you, CJ. Come back. Um, so as it is midday at this point with the traveling here, you guys are gathered. Y'all are met in a large hide, mostly large wood frame, but hide for the walls. Constructed kind of half dome like building or structure, I should say. The inside of the hide is beautifully uh, painted and with hands and other tools, depicting different activities and maybe some stories of the different lives of the Goliaths here. Oh, Anita's calling, actually. If you get us home. Okay, she was just letting me know that she arrived. Kind of like when you see, old finger painting and depictions of Native American caves and stuff like that. You see that all strewn behind you. Before you are about a dozen set of Goliaths, mostly on the older front. There are some younger ones mixed in, um, and they seek to understand why you are here, and they ask for someone to tell them, uh, and from the group. So, does anybody wish to discuss or give any details?
Sure. Well, actually, I'll look at Dregnar first.
And then I look at Davis, and then I look at Al.
Al will
Al is
stand.
not here. It's Bear.
Surprise! He throws off his cloak and he was a human the whole time. Oh my god.
What?
No, it was Billy. No.
Fuck,
Uh,
Billy.
Bear stands up. Um, he'll start. He'll start talking. Um, we have come to save my friend. Our friends. And I'll point to Dregnar. He has been
And
cursed.
Morgan will be translating every time you take a pause. So go ahead.
He has been cursed by sinister beings, hags. And
As you say that, and then Morgan takes a moment to say, Inva Ruru, Innet, Hags, uh, Babayo, Babayo.
lean over.
Baba Yaga.
And they look, and you see a few of them as you say something like that. They look and And then they kind of motion their hand to continue.
We have been told by practitioners of medicine how to stop the curse. And everything points back to this mountain and the creatures that belong to it.
And Morgan continues. It's like, and they're nodding and they're looking and they're starting to like kind of all look at Dregnar a little bit, look at the group, and back to Dregnar.
He does not have much time. We don't know how long, but we will need to hunt 3 beasts. I'll check my notes real quick.
It's fine. You know, certainly two.
Yes. The basilisks are just in the way. Is that right?
Um,
Yes.
Basilisks are
The
no,
basilisk was an important part to freeze the curse once it's removed, to petrify it, if I remember
Basilisk
correctly.
eye. Okay. I gotta know. We will need the eye of a basilisk to remove the curse, and the skull of a hellhound to seal the curse.
they'll
Only then can we save our friend.
so as you're kind of depicting it, you'll see Morgan when he's speaking. He's also kind of speaking with his hands, and one of the older Goliath male, um, very heavy set and wrinkles, kind of in an odd way, kind of has like a bulldog looking face. Still very much Goliath, but wrinkled and jowly. He rises up with his cane and in common say, I know. Misunderstand. I I will not help. You need you need essence of the beast, of the stone bringers. We shall teach and assist. You have sympathy for affliction.
I'll give him a light bow. Thank you. Thank you for your help, your assistance.
Morgan speaks of Joel. Joel is missed. She was daughter of great healer. We have better. We have the great healer.
Oh,
Uh, we shall
fantastic.
call for them, and we shall explain. While you guys are sitting here, something I forgot to do. Can y'all give me perception checks?
Perceive.
Perceive around you.
Do you want to roll for Sedge?
Look
You want me to roll
around
for
you.
Sedge?
Oh, you roll for Sesh.
Okay.
Look around you.
We're gonna do some world building.
Look around.
And I haven't looked at these notes in a while, and I'm like, God damn, Adam, you really cared at the beginning of this stuff. You just really cared. I'm like, there's some cool details.
I'm assuming Sedge doesn't get his advantage for.
It's visual.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have mountain music? I thought I did.
Thank God Says showed up.
Whoa!
It doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna know what it means. Let me Victory Tavern Somber. Where's Sunday?
10 hours
Hey,
later. Drink
Al,
yourself.
you rolled the wrong one. You gotta roll for Bear.
Yeah.
Does Bear have lucky?
Oh wow! Holy shit! Y'all really
Holy
did
sh-
low, pretty low.
Whoa. Yeah. Before you do anything, I have lucky. I'm gonna roll it again. I have a 28 all of a sudden. Wow, Bear's really good at this.
So a lot of y'all are still kind of
Shit.
focused on the presentation and the gatherings. You're trying to like look at the people, read the people. It's not that you feel uncomfortable. It's just that there's a lot of them, you know. And it is very much where most of them are to the back of you, where the elder or the council is in front of you, and before you is this, this large hide-like tent auditorium. What is that? Yeah, maybe like an auditorium. I'm trying to think of what it's like a half dome kind of structure. Um, Dregnar, you notice that amongst all the peoples and that there are there's nothing that stands out as odd. You're kind of taking in some of the drawings on the stone on the hide behind you, and there are depictions of the basilisk hunts. Um, and as you're kind of peering around, you do see that there are a number of Goliath that are adorned, and you only know this because you faced a basilisk recently that seem to have some sort of like leather-based armor that is of basilisk quality. And you see that some of the spears and the tips that they have are like those reddish barbs. That would be for Dregnar, Sej, and Al, or Bear, excuse me. Which you notice. Sej and Bear, y'all will notice as like the winds blow and stuff through this bluff, and the hides don't move. They don't like bellow and react to the wind. And as you're kind of peering and listening and kind of still focusing, and like they're not even like of a hide color. They look petrified. They look stone. It's kind of odd looking. Something's off about some of the structures, at least from what you guys can understand. They look like it's a hide tent, but it's made of stone.
Okay.
And as you guys are waiting there, the members of the gathering from behind you and the gathering up in front of you, they will also say, one of them will say, also, a different one will say, also, welcome to Hull, and thank you for bringing Morgan back. He has not been home in some time. Uh, it's good to have everyone. Please make selves welcome, and we will have the healer approach.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, to kind of fill in some of the time, um, uh, they'll, some of the group is now gonna disperse and get back to their daily lives. And by all means, you not draw everyone here. Uh, a younger female Goliath, one of the few young ones that was sitting up there amongst them, she's probably about the same age as Morgan, approaches y'all as you're seated before them, and she kind of walks up and sits and gets closer to y'all and say, well, in relatively good common say, so it's not every day that we get visitors. We actually get less visitors than our cousins down in the Vashlands. I'm curious. Uh, what do you know of my people?
Actually, out of character, would I know anything? Probably not.
I mean, we can, if you wish to see if you know anything, you could definitely roll
Yeah,
history check
let's
to
do that.
anybody who wants to. Anyone that wants to is roll history, but keep in mind, I know where you're from, so the
Yeah.
DCs and the modifiers are very different for all of you.
Ooh,
So even if you roll like a 25 and you're not from here, I'll be like, eh.
You don't know shit.
But this is where it's fun.
not
Yeah,
not a
Davis.
natural one, a 2 for a total
Yeah.
of 1.
Yeah,
Can
you're
I
just
roll
like,
for anybody else?
uh,
Anybody else should
I hit the wrong one. That's my shadow history.
I
that's
can,
fine.
So
I
it
can
would have
roll
been
for
a
Rock.
20.
20. Okay. You can roll for Rock, yeah, if you want to. And someone can roll for
Yeah,
Sej
I'll
if you
roll
want
for
to. Sej
Sej, why not?
is going to be ridiculous. But who knows? He may have heard rumors and tales. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I would say unfortunately none of y'all are really from here. and the gray crawls are kind of out the way. Anyone that got a 20 or higher, so that's Dregnar and Rock, you would have heard that kind of the same tales, like the expert basilisk hunters, that they also subside off the land, that they are a very sufficient uh, culture of people, that the three tribes really don't ever go to war. They really are this like um, trinity that works well together. And as you're kind of just saying what you guys know about them, this female Goliath will nod her head and she says, "Well, allow Sasa, Sasa, to enlighten you a little bit more, as history and knowledge is important, and it would be nice for some more of the world to understand what is here." Um, so she will kind of go off and explain, uh, while yes, we are mostly known outside of the world to the world as mountain people and basilisk hunters, we offer much more. We, the tribes of the Krolweir, live to utilize the land and what is provided. Uh, they're here amongst us. We have wonderful apothecaries, shamans that are masters of brewery, of different elixirs, physics, and salves, both for healing and most notably uh, stone, controlling the stone to resist erosion and the weather. Sej and Al, you kind of know what she's talking about now. We wish to share knowledge. We wish to share ability to turn leather, wood, hide, bones into sturdy material like stone. It is one of the great secrets and trades of the Krolweir. Beyond hunting, we are hmm, we are a culture of strength, honor, and survive, and we wish to share some. Hmm. So that is, I think, when Elder said "I" is wrong, I think they mean perhaps this stone elixir may be what you really need to help your friend. Mm. Also, uh, Morgan did not say, but Morgan is uh, to help Grey Crowls keep friendly relationship with Foxwoods. But it has been some time since last trade, and we have been worried. Um, I hope all is good. We hear of your deeds, but is all good still, or is there more trouble?
As far as we know, everything's great. Uh, we haven't been in the area very much recently.
Okay. Um, very well. Good news. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And hmm,
I said you're very welcome. Thanks for your hospitality.
good to have. New phrases. Hmm. So, with a little bit of time, she'll also depict and kind of fill in some of the gaps. So she'll explain to the group that one of the key things that they're able to do with the remains of the basilisk is a elixir, a salve, a brew, some sort of concoction that takes a flimsy tent and then turns it into basically a stone version of said tent. It petrifies it, making it sturdy and reliable. Um, she'll also explain that it'll be nice to have some of the trade again to get iron forge supplies. Um, they miss like the evaporated milk and the different cheeses from the plains cows, and that it would just be good to have some external trade once again, as they feel, you get the sense that they feel that they had been forgotten, but they didn't know of all the craziness that has happened in the last 4 months. And now they're kind of reassured to hear word back. Um, Something that you guys will also pick up is there is a structure and a hierarchy here amongst the Grey Kroll. Um, there's definitely the hunters, the everyday common folk, but they all seem to have a task. Some of which are tending to the hides, some of which are maintaining of structures. There is a large community of different types of, maybe not apothecaries, but apothecary-like individuals that are working on gathering herb or various resources and utilizing what they find to make what they need to sustain and survive. Uh, but after some time, you are then able to meet with a uh, a strikingly similar in appearance female Goliath to Joel. Those that have seen her, her eyes are clouded. Um, her skin is a little bit wrinkled with very distinct dark markings. Kind of wearing the same singular, very heavy, thick, dark-haired braid that's then twisted and tied up into a large bun, held in place in this case by bones that seem to have been at one end filed down to like a spike as into a point. So you've got two of them kind of holding her hair, dressed in nice leathers that are rather that cover with like a heavy like collar mantle piece that has different basilisk barbs of red hue that makes it kind of striking and easy to see. And as she approaches, looks towards you and says, uh, this is where Morgan will need to translate because unfortunately she does not speak common. But we'll say Morgan's translating. He welcomes you, says she hears that one of you is afflicted by a curse, and you hear the term Baba Ya, and she looks to, and Morgan says, Dregnar, she asks if she can examine what's wrong with you.
Okay, I'll step forward and pull that part of my tunic down.
And I should say, you guys were, as you were ready, you guys were taken to her area. Um, so you're somewhat private at this point. Um, she looks at it, and you just hear her go, and Morgan will say, she says it's bad. She says that it's going to be a test for you to be able to expunge such a affliction. Uh, she looks at you over, and you feel her like taking you in, Dregnar, and then
Mhm.
she looks at your friends, and you hear she'll say something to Morgan, and Morgan will say, which she thinks is going to be very difficult given your line of work.
Okay.
And you kind of hear him say, and then she goes, and she kind of points to her head and points to her heart and says something. Even Aru, Inu, Unu, nu, nu, nu. And he'll look at you and say, you guys are burdened by terrible memories and pain in the flesh. It's if it is a trial to remove the curse, it has a prime environment to sustain itself. You are a perfect candidate for a curse.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just saying it's going to be a lot more difficult than I think you realize. And but she smiles and says something, and then Morgan says, "But she can tell you're tough, and you have friends that care about you, so you should be okay." And then you see her demeanor kind of shift and kind of go over and in her hut. Um, there is a collection of various odd bits of parts of different animals, skulls that are turned upside down. Flips one over, looks for it. He takes some bones that she has in a clay vessel, like a bowl, very plain looking bowl. Grabs some bones, uh, puts some embers and coals from this internal fire that she keeps in her hut. That you see that there is a smoke hole to allow the smoke to rise out. She throws some of the bones into the fire, into the embers on the ground. Looks at you, looks at the embers and the bones as they start to sizzle and crack, and you see little fragments in the bones. And then she reaches in, pulls out the bone, and it's got to be scorching hot. And she just looks at it and then walks up to you, and then she takes where you have the little mark it revealed, and she just hits it with the bone, and the bone shatters on your flesh, and it burns for an instant, not like anything bad. And she holds it, looks at it. You'll hear her say something, Ani Oko, and then he'll say, she thinks you'll be okay. She says it's going to be essence of basilisk, blood of victim, and Joel was right, fangs of hellhound. But you can do it. And through this, they'll kind of go through. He'll give the description and the explanation of what needs to be done. Uh, you will need to kill uh, a basilisk, but that not one that has eyes of that has vibrant eyes. You need to find one that has eyes uh like Joel, cloudy, murky, like the healer before you. Uh, they explain that when the eyes go bad, the uh the the stone form is within them, and that's what makes the most potent of the elixir that you will need. And then they depict that you will need to cut away the cursed flesh and have it petrified, and then you will need to hunt down the unnatural beasts that do not belong on these mountains, that breathe fire, that their bites sear wounds shut, that are remorseless pack hunters. You will need to find a proper skull, one that is large enough and strong enough to seal the curse away, and then destroy it with the skull. And something that the elder, the healer, will warn you about is that even if the beast is dead, the fangs can remain searing hot for days after its death and decapitation. So to be careful.
And we need to bring all that back here.
She'll explain. Safest would be here.
Okay.
And then she'll continue to evaluate and investigate your curse. Or you, and she'll ask. She'll ask. Actually, it depends on what you say. So she will. The question will be, how did this curse appear? And how do you answer that?
When I killed the hag that killed my brother.
She'll ask. With Morgan Trelane, what did you kill her with?
I'll pull the claw out.
And as you kind of pull the claw out, I'm trying to remember who saw the claw last. I think it was Al. I don't remember.
I was
At this
probably
point,
there.
I think it was Al that saw the claw last. Dregnar and Al, you will notice for sure the claw, that black little portion that was there that seemed to be like just ever so slightly like fuming off. It's run a deep crack through the claw at this point, and you'll just see the healer. Oof. And Morgan will translate. That might also need to go.
Okay. Does she want it now or later?
She'll explain. We might need to use that as part of the sealing. I think you are cursed, and that is also cursed.
Okay.
She said we'll figure it out, but it looks like the reason you are cursed is because you used that, and that has a significant meaning to you. Therefore, it strengthens the connection of the curse. Curses are complicated.
Okay.
Okay. So, Morgan will then say, I have good news though. If you guys are ready, you can be accompanied by some braves and they'll take you on a hunt. If you want to proceed today.
The sooner I get this done, the better.
Hell
We
yeah.
appreciate your assistance.
Okay.
We are capable fighters, but I do not have much experience with the beasts that we are hunting.
Well, Morgan will smile. He's like, don't look at me. Neither do I. But
You want to come? Want to get some experience?
mm, if you don't mind, I'll pass on this one.
Okay.
I mean, I think y'all will be all right. I trust you guys will be all right.
I assume one of them will be able to speak with us okay, right? We don't need you translating.
I'll make sure.
Good.
I mean, we did have open trade with Volpine and some of so there are a number that can speak common.
Yep.
Uh, that being said, um, unfortunately, according to what she has said, it looks like we're not just going to be going after your everyday basilisk. The They call them cloud touched or storm touched basilisks because the eyes represent or resemble that of a cloudy storm.
So
They're
if their eyes are
dangerous.
like that, does that mean that they can't do that petrify thing?
Their bite does the petrification.
Okay.
And they are much more aggressive and much more willing to go it alone than your typical basilisk. But I have confidence. I mean, you've taken on hags in an army of pigmen.
And an army of giants and ogres.
See, all the more confidence. So, very well. Let us do this. Email. So, with preparations, um, you will be introduced to uh, two. Well, there'll be two hunters that will be accompanying you. One male, one female. The male, I'll get tokens here for him in a moment. But the male, uh, very symmetrical, dark ink-like patterns across his face. Um, seems to be of the confident sort. You see that around his neck he has a necklace with some sort of fang. That it is explained that it is a basilisk fang. Wielding a very stylish looking axe that has some intricate carving onto the blade itself. Chest exposed uh, and dwarfs all of you. He is about 8 feet tall. Uh, very much you see why sometimes Goliaths are referred to as half giants. The other individual that will be accompanying you, she seems to possibly be more fierce than he is. He gives off this presence of just readiness and anxiousness to get into the fray. She does not have any hair. She keeps herself bald. Uh, she is adorned with various leathers and trappings, wielding two large axes of dark metals, and she has a rather thick uh, fur like pelt kind of cloak that also seems to have like a hood portion on it. Um, she bows her head. Is this will not be a picnic. I hope you are ready to be in danger.
We welcome it.
Damn it, not a picnic. I can't go.
We'll bring you back something.
When you say we welcome it, she smiles. Say, good, good. I do not feel like carrying a dead statue home. So, all right. So let me get their tokens on here because I actually have them. I just couldn't find them. Yes, he is that big. He dwarfs me.
Yeah, he's literally as big as a mountain.
He's like, I am mountain. Oh, what? That wasn't a token? Did it
Look
not?
dope though.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't export. Okay, I need to just export this. Okay. So, you guys have a little bit of preparation. Is there any information that you wish to gather or get from the people that will be accompanying you? This is kind of like your chance to figure out anything possibly get some stuff or whatnot ready. I don't know what's on y'all's minds.
Well, one thing I would like to do is some of the things that I have that if I happen to turn to stone, I don't want to turn to stone.
Okay.
So I will leave my ever smoking bottle, the mortal and pestle hedgecrafters thing here.
Okay. Are you leaving them with Morgan, or
Is Morgan not going?
he's not going? He's not a hunter.
Then I will tell Morgan, yes, I want to leave these with you. And if for some reason and the fickle coin.
Okay.
I will say this belongs to a friend of mine named Marb. If somebody else comes back, they'll be able to determine it. The ever smoking bottle, you can keep that. It's kind of neat. You said you wanted something magical, and the mortar pestle and the hedgecrafters collection you can give to your alchemy people here.
He's like, oh, I'm sure you'll return. You're being accompanied by Guvik and Verma. Varma. Sorry, Guvik and Varma. I'll get their names on there in a second. They're more than capable, but I'll hold on to it. I was worried. I didn't ask, but I'm glad to know that Marb is still okay.
Yes, yes. Him and Grant are helping rebuild Green Hill.
Okay.
Gustav, we assume, is somewhere in Whitlaw doing something cool.
That's good to hear. Alright, there we go. Getting their tokens all situated. Boom! Guvik and Verma. Very well. I wished you happy hunting, and I would listen to what they say. So be careful.
Thank you.
So as you guys are setting off and heading out for the clash with the Basilisk, um, the two will like as you guys are walking, they'll say, uh, "Have you ever encountered Basilisk before?"
Something very similar to one, yes.
So you know, uh,
Don't look.
do not. Yes. Um, makes it tricky. However, they are not very fast. They seem to stumble upon themselves. Uh, just make sure. Do not look.
I'll
Uh,
actually flip my visor down, make the eyes glow green, and be like, this guy, this. I'll be safe though.
okay.
I can look.
Good.
Can
You have protection, and he'll actually pull out something that you see, and you know how you see those Inuit, Eskimo, like the ivory strip glasses
Mm-hmm.
that are very intricately carved and have like the slits. He'll kind of put some on and say, "Good," and put his kind of like put it up like on a headband,
Well, aren't you
and
something? You got something like I do.
he's like difficult to make, but this is prize of all hunters. Uh,
um do is it only if we look when they see us, or if we were to spot one from a distance away and look at it, we would still be affected?
most only when eye contact made, and you can be a distance away, probably 30 or so feet, and okay, and you can look, no problem. It's when you get close and they look, they then you turn to stone. Uh, however, I'm trying to read something. Sometimes we we use reflect mirror to trick basilisk because they are not immune to other basilisk effect. They can. You will see as we approach the nest. They eat their own. They can make their own stone as well.
But we need a
Oh.
special one, and we need that one to not turn to stone because we need some of its flesh.
Yes, and that is what's going to make tricky because we need to find special one. However, there will always be the special one amongst the many. Just need to spot it. It'll be usually bigger and uh, bigger. As it cannot rely on its gaze. It compensates in other ways. So, so as you guys are traversing and having this discussion, Guvek and Verma will be spearheading, leading the way. They don't really seem to be walking with much caution for the time being. Uh, they they assure you that they're going to take you to a known basilisk nest amongst uh, a not a boulder field, but like a portion where there are rocks and stones that gives plenty of uh, advantage up high, so they can help you spot possibly what you're looking for, and then later you can work your way down and hopefully go for uh, the prize to kill. As you guys are traversing and getting further, you do start to see portions of the stones and the the foliage here where I guess I should ask I guess I should ask for perception checks from all of you if you'd be so kind, and then I'll actually say what you guys see. It'll make it a little bit more interesting.
Someone should roll for Ruck.
I can get it. I can get that one.
Okay.
Hey.
I really need to update all the music we have.
He has advantage on
A perception because of his shield.
all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sentinel.
Alright.
That's right.
Yeah, Sentinel shield.
Hey, that helped a lot. Okay.
Okay, so we have Karo's a little bit low, Sej is low, Rock still okay. So Davis and Dregnar. Uh, you guys will start to pick up like you'll see a bird that's like perched on a tree, but as you guys are walking by it, it never moves, and you realize that it's petrified, frozen in place. And as you're walking through, you start to see like smaller little creatures and critters, and you start pointing them out. And Govek and Verma will also do the same. And there's manner of uh, like muskrats and different types of mountain mice, uh, birds, different creatures that have unintentionally met the gaze of a basilisk and have just been frozen in time.
Upon doing that, I will tell Quilbert he needs to go back the way we came and wait for him to come back.
Colbert will be like, he'll like nod, and then he'll look over his shoulder as he's walking away on start heading away. Uh, Pebble will stop scouting ahead and loop back and land on Rock's shoulder. And you'll see that Guvek and Verma will take their ivory like glasses and kind of slide them over their eyes and just be. We are in close to nest. I hope everybody ready. We shall approach from the high, and we shall look for the storm touch. So, as you guys are approaching, um, Guvik and Verma both kind of take like a slower approach, and they kind of look towards y'all and kind of put their fingers up to their lips, and they're gonna start approaching stealthily. So if you guys wish to follow suit, go ahead and roll me some stealth rolls. Oof. Not the best roll.
Hold on one second.
Before I forget again, if I never dismissed the dire wolf, he's still following us.
Oh, I kind of assumed he was.
Perfect. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give yourself plus 10. I am going to do pass without trace as long as you're within 30 feet of me.
MVP.
Okay. Whoops, I accidentally grabbed this thing. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. So that actually helps Guvik and Verma quite a bit because they didn't roll very well.
I'll get rock again.
I'll
Okay.
roll with disadvantage because I don't think I can keep my breath held for the entire time the spell.
Yeah, you get plus 10, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I rolled a nat 1, but it gives me an 18.
It's fine. Again, that one's not auto fails. You're good.
You saved rock. He has a +0.
Yeah, for pass without trace, because our rolls are kind of shit.
Wait. So Davis that's 17 then.
17. Yeah, the 7 was before he said pass without trace.
That didn't work.
Okay.
Oh.
It's correct. Roll.
Is it KL1?
KL1.
Okay, L1. Yeah, yeah.
You know, 1 plus 15.
I think it's 1, right?
Well, you keep lowest 1, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. So, all right.
There we go.
Thank God for pass without trace. We
Yeah,
suck.
no shit.
Yeah. Actually,
you.
no. Like legitimately, this wasn't meant to be difficult. But if it wasn't pass without trace, yeah, you guys would have for sure
All been petrified.
roused. Not all been petrified, but definitely would have been stirred. So, I'll give you kind of an example of like the terrain. So, you guys are not here yet, but as you guys are approaching, you see that up here there are numerous parts of even some of the trees and the shrubs. Some of them somewhat stone-like. Verma will explain. Not all basilisks' eyes make you turn to stone. Some their bite, some their claw.
Some
This is
they
how
pee on
they mark.
trees, and they turn to stuff.
Mm,
Of
that
course. Of course.
would be
Hilarious.
that would be funny. Yes.
Very undignified, or like embarrassing.
Yeah. How did he die? A basilisk
Peed
peed on
on
him.
him. Yeah.
No.
So.
First just peed on his legs, but then he couldn't get away, and the basilisk just kept going.
God
They
damn.
peed for a long time.
You won't believe it.
The bladders are like 3/4 of their body.
Yeah.
You had to be. You had to be there.
For each set of legs, they have a bladder.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No one would have ever guessed it. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Boonk. Okay. So as you guys are heading, you kind of see like some of the greens are being just subverted with yellows and grays from the stone and the half life and sort of dead state of some of the plants around here. You do start seeing as you guys are approaching, there are larger creatures here, or portions of creatures here, as you see, like what would likely be some sort of large cat or feline that its head section is just missing and crumbled into dust or consumed or something. As you see, it's like paused and it's just like trapped in this like half pounce state. And you do, as you guys are kind of approaching, go further past that, pushing, and you're starting to survey this lower chasm, like this pit area that's probably 20 feet down below y'all, with different stones and boulders. There are just, as you're peering and looking, there are what essentially look like statues of basilisks that are just frozen, and they're missing tails, they're missing legs. You see uh, somewhere amongst there, for those of you who are keenly aware and looking, you do see what looks like broken parts of humanoid individuals, people that had not successfully hunted. Uh, you can see an arm that's cocked with like a spear. However, it's shattered off the body and it's on the ground with the body completely being missing, but you spot out an arm. Um, yeah, it's a basilisk's pit. Uh, as you guys approach and kind of peer over, uh, you guys can tell me what you guys are doing, if there's any type of preparation, if you guys are assisting in any type of scouting. Like, let me know. You guys are kind of approaching this known basilisk nest.
Let me look through Sedge's stuff here.
Yeah, go for it.
What time of day is it?
Still afternoon. Uh, the sun is pretty well up in the sky.
Okay, because I'm looking at shadows. So would I think this is a correct representation of shadows in the dark areas here?
Oh, I would say, yeah, pretty much anywhere where there's like a bold. Yeah, let's just do it to make it easy. Let's just say yes.
So basically, the sun is to the north of the map, and the shadows are being cast to the south of the map.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
the best way to do it.
just in case I
Let's.
need to move around.
But remember, it's dim light, not shadows.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, yeah, to make sure. Um, so yeah, as you guys are kind of taking in the area, um, again, I haven't put you guys on here because we're just kind of pretend where you guys drop in and everything or whatever you guys do. Um, so let me know if anyone's doing anything in type of preparation or that while I go grab tokens. Do 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 do. The tokens. Make sure that it actually does snap. Yeah, it does. Very cool.
And I assume that basilisk token to the bottom is actually just there for you to move stuff around.
Yes, exactly. Because none of you have started looking around of anything. So I'm just getting ready to move stuff around. I just have it ready.
Okay.
Because right now, you guys are kind of approaching this natural ridge that drops about 15, 20 feet as you've been taking in the environment around you to see kind of what it means to be near a basilisk lair. Uh, see what people are doing. Says cast bless, but I need a bit tempo. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Dan, are you still here or did you step away already? I think you stepped away already. Okay. All right.
Adam, if I think I still have some left, I will pull out my pouch of poison
Sure.
and then kind of get my, the wrappings or whatever and kind of dip them in there so that they're ready. So in case I need to punch a basilisk to death.
Okay.
I don't know if they're immune to poisons or not, but hey, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Why not? I dig that. I think that's probably gonna be like your last application at this point.
Okay.
I think.
Now, I did have a sample, so I could try to replicate it later. Just haven't had a chance to replicate it yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, that guy's set up. Cool. All right. Yeah. I guess we'll just kind of wait for a little bit, you guys.
No, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
while we're waiting. So, well, since we got it, let's take a, I don't know, yeah, Ted and not so, Kyle and Corbin. Are y'all still good?
I got some left in me.
Yay!
Yep. Same.
All right, so let's try to make it like a quick 7-minute break since we're still on. Go ahead and get some caffeine or some sugar or something to help push you through,
Hell yeah.
and then we'll pick up with you guys getting ready to be stupid.
What we do best?
I know, I'm so excited. We actually get to roll a fight in a while. We haven't done it in a while. I need sugar. I need sugar. Hey, hey. Come io mai Poncescu, oj jaki dobry. Najlepszy kotku. No tak, no co? Come here. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Hey, hey. I'm excited. Excited. I'm excited. Hey, hey. Yeah. Mustang boy. Pew.
Back.
Welcome back, sir. Doop doop doo doop doop doo doop 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 doo doop doop doo doop.
I'm back, sorry.
Good. We took a quick,
Ah, okay.
just for people to get some caffeine or some sugar or something.
Yeah, Meg banged her wrist pretty bad.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay. It's just her with her arthritis that's bad.
Oh, I know. Poor Meg. Meg hated my cake, didn't she? Oh,
Did she not? Did she text?
nope.
No, she tried it. She said it was too dry, but
Mhm.
it was like the flavor was good. It was just a little dry.
Mhm.
Yeah, she said she was gonna text, but I guess she never did.
That's okay.
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, no. I understand it being a little dry, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Are we up on a cliff now?
Kind of just showing you the map. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Are we up or down? I assume this is up.
Up. This is
Okay.
up. Yeah. Up. Yeah. Everything's up. The lighter color yellow is down.
Right. Okay. So that's a valley.
Mm.
Or yeah.
Mhm. A nest.
Oh yeah. I don't know who says just casting bless on, but I figured it was a good one to do.
Yep. We'll figure it out once
And
everyone's
he
back.
may even upcast it. And his spell slots show some use, so he needs to get all
Oh,
reset
I need
and
to.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here. Let me long rest this boy. Take a long rest. Confirm. Long rest ticket. I don't think his inventory is anything that needs to be reset. Oh, he might have ladled you guys. I didn't think about that. Oh well.
Well, no, they fed us, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're saying like he might have done a beneficial effect or something?
Yo.
Yeah. Oh well.
We'll do it later. Oh, I need to roll as one of the defaults. Okay.
Ah, yes.
You can roll it since you're doing it.
Sure.
D6.
He's a druid.
He is druid. So thorn whip, stuff like that.
Yeah. Druidcraft. Guidance.
He already has
He's
guidance.
already a cleric though.
Okay, so rock. I don't think he rolled for today.
He did roll
Alright.
some portents, but I think they were probably for some other day.
Yeah, I just want to see if I can find his latest port and roll.
It was like 16, 18.
16, 18, and 6.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But then what is that? That's not portents. That's portents and something else.
Portents
Oh, the
and.
engine probably.
Alright, so engine. Broken engine is set to 6, which quicken spell. So
Oh no, he gets subtle spell a lot. It's just like,
he gets subtle spell. He gets 8 all the time, and it's so weird. I think legit, like if we went back and like of the times where he actually cared about his roll, I think half of them are subtle spell.
nice.
Yeah, so quicken spell. When you cast a spell that has a cast time of 1 action, you can expend 1 charge and roll a d6, see the still broken table, to change the cast time as a bonus action for this casting. And the engine has 4 charges, because he's got a proficiency bonus of 4. See what we did there? We scaled it with something that naturally occurs on the character sheet. Hire
Which,
me, Watsy.
unfortunately, D&D Beyond is entirely incapable of handling.
The only thing I can kind of handle is the artificer more attunements. That's about it. But yeah,
I'm just
thank you.
surprised they haven't allowed you to do like the charges are variable based on like something.
Yeah, which they really. I mean, like so, like with Dregnar, like things that they don't have, as they can figure out with his sash, right? His sash can give him a +1 DC increase to his monk key abilities. There's not a filter for bonus monk key
Yeah,
abilities.
yeah.
Like,
Let's see. Bless.
I'm just gonna do a quick roll call, see who's here. Who's here?
Ah,
James.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet, we had everybody. Okay.
Well, recording's been going this whole time because obviously
Oh yeah, I
I
know.
stepped away. So.
Oh yeah, we know. Okay, so let me get just to make it more.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and mark off his third level spell, I actually am going to have him bless all of the melee people, basically. So upcast it to third level and bless
Okay,
everybody but Rock, Al, and himself.
and that'll be now or when it feels like
I mean,
it's
how long does it last? It's like an hour or
1 minute.
something, isn't it? Is it only a minute?
1 minute. Yeah.
Look. I guess it is only a first level spell. Yeah, okay. Then yeah, he'll wait until
No wait, but I got it.
like the
Something.
hunt truly begins. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you guys, we were discussing. You don't see this guy down here. I just have him ready to.
Right. Just represents where they might be.
Yeah. Right. They are somewhere likely here, as they have mentioned. I guess it's a crevasse or this little mini valley is their nest. Okay. So since everyone's here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if we want to. I don't know how you want to do it. Is it worth um stopping the recording and starting another one just to have a part 3?
Nah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I'm just cutting out the first. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do any editing.
That's why I asked.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. So now that everyone's back, CJ, I hope you're sleeping well. Rock, we miss you. Donnie, I hope you're having fun being a DD. Be safe. Um, So, as you guys have been kind of traversing through this portion, and you're starting to see the signs of Basilisk Territory, where there are all manners of various smaller creatures, as well as some larger ones that are in a petrified state. The smaller ones seem to be just petrified, where the larger ones seem to be either broken or pieces are missing. Um, with with Govik and Verma in the front. You've kind of clustered behind them, traveling up a higher ridge, kind of moving stealthily, um, with the shadows kind of clinging to you as Dregnar has kind of pulled his key and had it suffuse with the darkness to assist you. I was kind of asking, like, what is the group kind of doing in preparation or anything special? Uh, and as you guys are sort of moving forward slowly, uh, there is a the cliff, which is about again 20 or so feet down, as you're kind of traversing through higher shrubbery, but you're still able to kind of traverse through it. It is, I would say, it is considered difficult terrain, so you are kind of moving slower on top of this the stealth pace. Is there anything anyone is wishing to do, or are you guys continuing to move forward?
I have a mechanical question, kind of, because of how Consummate Command works. Like, basically, would it be worth giving them? Or do they look like barbarians, rangers? Like would they have use for a bonus action?
They look. It's hard for you to gauge, right? Because they don't necessarily. I would say this: they don't necessarily have a standard class, right?
Okay, fair enough.
They look, as you kind of would imagine, they look like a blend. They look like a huntsman, a brave, a barbarian hunter, barbarian ranger, or barbarian. fighter, like kind of that kind of mix.
Fair enough.
Kind of hard to tell. They do by all means look and sound capable. But as you're moving, approaching.
Real quick.
Mhm.
Can I give an inspiration to Dregnar and Karos?
Yes, you can.
Just let them know.
Uh,
Hey, we fought a Basilisk before. It's cakewalk. We've done it.
Go ahead and mark off 2 of them. And who'd you say?
Karos
Dregnar and
and
Taros.
Dregnar.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
put a loot on you guys if you'd be so kind.
Loot.
Liar, the liar.
Oh, there we
Liar, the liar. Sorry, I said
If
loot.
you can find a loot and put it on, that's also cool.
Yeah.
Who's that? Thanks.
Nope, wrong one. Is it this one? There we go. All right. Give me 1 second. So yeah.
go. So we're up above it, verticality wise.
Yes. So where it's the lighter color, yellow, you're
Mhm.
above. It's below, and you guys are kind of traversing. And as you guys kind of approach further forward,
What is the concentration mark again?
The brain.
the brain.
'Cause I do have concentration on because of the
Pass
Oh,
that
yeah.
trace, yeah.
passed out
Yeah.
trace.
It's
Let me
underneath
actually put an aura
the
on.
3.
It's 30 foot, right?
Yes, 30 foot.
And I will put it at C so you guys can see it. Boop. There you go. So yeah, moving quietly, stepping forward as a group. Anyone doing anything right now? Specific? Very well. So as you guys are heading forward beyond the shrub, as you step forward, there's this brief moment where you hear a and as you kind of freeze in place, doesn't seem whatever's making that sound doesn't seem to be approaching. And you'll see Guvek and Verma look at each other, look at you, and they start creeping forward.
I'm following him.
All right. Let's go ahead as you, Davis, you kind of peer around and you see the spines kind of coming out from the shrub as there's this basilisk who's kind of in a like a slumber, in a day sleep. And they kind of, you see them both kind of drawing their axes, getting ready. And if you wish to attack the thing, go ahead and make rolls.
Hell yeah.
Well, can we determine if this is the right one, the right type?
Its eyes are technically closed right now. Sleeping.
But you said that. Well, we have nothing to compare if they're
Yeah.
larger than the other ones.
Exactly.
I'm just following the leads of the guys with their weapons starting to draw, so. First one, I will not do, what's it called? First to strike, just regular.
And keep in mind they are at advantage because this thing is
Oh, okay.
asleep.
Then 27 total to hit.
Sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
But not great. 8 damage.
Okay. You do get a full surprise, so you can go make another attack.
Okay.
Right.
Also at advantage.
So, yeah, Verma got a crit. Avik got an 18.
I may actually not even hit with this 14.
Misses.
Damn. I rolled
As
a
it starts
5
to
and a
rile
1.
pain. Oh jeez. So we got four hits, one of which is a crit.
I'll
So
roll
4d8 plus. Yeah, that hits for sure. 48 plus 4, 4, 4. 16.
And then Sedge, I guess, will do the bless.
I feel
Okay.
blessed.
So
Yeah.
everybody.
So
Which
yeah, so
actually,
as you-
well, it's too late now. I was gonna say that would affect my roll, but that's okay.
yeah, he'll do it after the fact. He'll like notice like
Mhm.
you guys are going into it and be like, and then and he'll see that little mote of sun kind of appear on his forehead, and as he looks at you said the melee group, so it's Davis,
Yeah,
Dregnar,
and then
Karos,
the other
two
two.
Goliaths.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and put some wings on your guys, if you would be so kind, and I'll mark off a 3rd level bless. Let me lower the volume on the music just a hair. Perfect. Yeah. So Karos. Yeah. So essentially, Davis, you go in. It starts to rile from the pain. Karos, you smack its head, cracking its jaw, and then the 2 Goliaths just in sync, just down its spine, just slicing deep and cutting its spine in multiple places, before it could even do anything.
Is it dead?
It is butchered, yes, sir.
Okay.
And Varric will kind of, with his axe, lip it a little bit, put it down. Good kill, not one we need.
Can their eyes still turn us even after they are dead?
They will be potent for a while, yes. But this one's eyes were closed, so you're fine.
Sure, sure.
He just could tell by the size of it. He just kind of flipped it. He's like, meh. Very well. So now I guess since we're in a turn order, we'll move forward. So I assume everyone is going to move forward. Some noise was made, so those of you who attacked and casted spells, need to roll a new stealth check. Those of you who didn't, you can go for it. I mean, you can hold your breath for a long time, right? It's kind of silly how long you can hold breath. I think it's under Constitution. Oops, I didn't mean to click on your thing. I meant to look at the score. How do you look at the score? There we go. I think it's like a number of minutes equal to your Constitution modifier. Alright.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. Alright. Ooh, Sedge. Okay.
Yeah, he rolled a 3.
Okay.
Stealth is +1.
Gotcha. So, Varric and Callback. They'll look at y'all and say, "Time to down," and they'll take essentially a thick rope, wrap it twice around the base of like a bunch of shrubbery, like a bunch of yeah, like a lot of, what do you call them? Not branches, stalks of various smaller plants, and they'll kind of pull on it and be like, screw, and then they'll start working their way down, uh, sliding. So that'll be about 2 turns worth or so to get down.
I can't move Sedge.
Oh, you can't?
Well, I just don't own him. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep myself in the middle of everybody, so
Understood, understood. And they'll look and say, "Hurry down."
I'll wait for Rock and Karos and Al to go, and then I'll go in.
Okay. Make the way down. Whoa. All right. Perfect. Nicely done. So as you guys come down, Guvek will kind of head over to a boulder. Varma will head to some shrubs, and you see that they're kind of peering and looking around. This will be turn 4 now? Yeah, since the bless went up. All right. Anyone doing anything specific on this turn?
Looking around as well.
Just,
All right, go ahead and give
just
me a
gonna
perception check.
keep focused on our trackers.
Just getting a couple more tokens ready.
20 perception for me.
All right, Davis. As you're approaching, you hear and see a basilisk kind of stretching and starting to move.
I'll give like wave and make as much signals as I can to at least these two guys behind me,
Okay.
and like point on the other side of the rock.
I'll pass it on to the guys above us, saying, kind of pointing towards Davis.
Change this guy's name. All right.
And then I'll like
Let's
wave
go
him
ahead.
over. Be like, come on.
Yeah. And then here's a perfect time to get like a sweet initiative order.
Yo yo.
I think this is like the right time. Initiative tracker. Come on.
So if Dregnar would like to rage, he can rage for free with his reaction right now.
Oh, you're gonna do that.
Because I have, well, I guess because I've only used it I think once before, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a feature, 10th level warlord feature. Up to my charisma modifier can use their reaction to take a bonus action.
Okay. Only problem, I don't mind doing it, but when I do that, I'm going the pass out trace goes away because I can't concentrate.
Oh, true. Well, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think I'll hold off to try to keep the pass without trace up. If somebody else wants to use it.
Yeah, frankly, I'll go back and Varma or Verma. Because
Okay.
I don't like Sej doesn't really need it. Al's already given out Bardix. I don't think Rock. I mean, Rock technically could cast a full spell using Quickened that way.
Oh, yeah. We didn't think about that, but he can't see this guy.
True. Yeah,
He's
I just
behind
meant
the
in
boulder.
general if you wanted to.
Yeah. Is he within range?
Yeah, 60 feet for that.
Oh, 60 feet? Okay, got it.
Which is funny because like basically if I'm on the opposite end of Pass Without Trace, anybody who's in the circle counts.
Yeah. What is Rock's initiative? He does get advantage on it. Keep that in mind.
I forgot to roll my initiative.
That's interesting that it does. Okay, there you go. And then Stej's initiative.
1 sec. Or I'll just do the roll right now and tell you. 15 plus, what, 1 I think? Yeah, so 16. 16.13 for Sej. And if you want to add me...
10. 10 for Rock.
Okay. And then Davis, what was yours?
11.14. Sorry, I dropped
You
the
want-
die and I'm looking for... Oh, there it is.
It won't let me change mine, but mine's 16.16.
Okay. I think y'all probably don't need to worry about the initiatives. I think with the points in this one.
So
we could
yeah,
just-
I'll muster the me drag Carlos.
Okay. Well, so they're able to use a bonus action as an action.
Reaction.
Yeah, as a reaction. So,
Okay.
trying to think what they do. So, Verma. Where's my? I swear I lose this one all the time.
And I will be
She'll
right
bust.
back.
Okay. She's got no reaction. And then he will use his reaction. Do bonus action. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he won't stop moving there. Okay. Dregnar, did you do anything with your bonus action that he gave you? Or your reaction with the bonus action?
I'm gonna go ahead and just rage. I'll lose the
Okay.
concentration.
Okay, so I'll take away the brain for you if you got it, and then the rage one is the flex. It's somewhere towards the bottom. It's like 4th row or something. with that, at the
And if
top of
you
this.
can drop the circle too.
Oh yeah, I'll have to do that in a second. So
Wait, do you not have control over your token, Dregnar?
he can't. I mean, he might be able to do it, but I do it for y'all usually.
Yeah, I can't drop that circle. Won't let me.
Boop. There you go. So, so Davis, as you've kind of called out with your hand signs, Govak seemingly was able to move with his
nice.
reaction, and Virma busted out into a rage.
Nice.
It's like she's pumping herself up. She's like, at the first round of the turn, she's just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then she's gonna use her action to perceive. Oh, wait, that's way too much. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. No, that's right. Okay, cool. Rolls a natural 1. Okay. That's all she can do.
So what did she do? Did we see what she could do? What it was doing?
She just ran forward, just looking around.
Oh, okay.
All right, Karos,
Okay.
you're only aware of the hand signs meant for this one. This is actually technically not here. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it this boulder? How big? Like it's completely
Oh,
concealing.
yeah, it's completely concealing. Like, it's
Okay.
probably about 15 feet or so. It's a big.
Gotcha.
You're only made aware of it because Davis like stopped and was like motioning that there's something there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start hitting. Oh, can we use muster? Is this one of the ones that we have to use right in the first round, like
No, it's
the other
anything
one?
that
or-
hasn't acted yet. So you get double your proficiency against anything that hasn't acted.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then I'll go 5, 10, 15.
You tell him, Loki. Get him, Dad. Get him.
20. And then I'm going to use my the Did you use that reaction for a bonus action thing on me?
Yeah, he uses it when initiative is rolled.
I mean, I only
Gotcha.
used it on 2 people because that's the only 2 people I thought could use it. But yeah, it would have already taken place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had one to use, but not like it was. It's 20 feet of movement, so it's not like
Okay.
it was. I just want to say, okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Adam, I forgot. I have the command style, I think, that allows them to move. With consummate command. One sec. Yes. Creatures you choose for your consummate command can move up to their speed, ignoring difficult terrain. So go
Okay,
back.
well, he would have been
and
the
Verma.
same. Verma would have just. I'm just not gonna retroactive too much. He's
Okay,
gonna be up
sorry,
here.
yeah, that's my fault.
That's fine. And she'll.
Does that mean I move as well?
You did not use the
Yes.
consummate command, did you?
He did. He
Oh, you
ended
did.
up
You did rage.
Yeah.
Yes. Then yes, you can
Yeah.
move up to your speed.
up to your speed.
10,
Ignoring
15,
difficult terrain.
20, 25, 30, 35,
Oh.
40.
All right. How did you move up towards it? James had.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll stop there.
Okay. I must ask. Okay. As you're up next to it, are you? Where'd my dice go? Okay, so as you're rushing towards it, this one is awake and its eyes are open and it sees you kind of. Its bristles start to shake and rattle, giving this like weird scaly like scale on scale sound, kind of chattering like silverware.
Okay.
I assume you didn't avert your eyes because you didn't say so. So go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
With the D4.
Nat 20, bitches.
Ba-bam!
26 total without any bonus, without any extra stuff.
Yeah. So if a creature starts its turn, blah blah blah, the creature can gaze. Oh, starts its turn. Well, that'll be for. Sorry, that's fine. That'll be for the start of your turn. My bad.
Okay.
I didn't realize the start of his turn. That's kind of weird that it's start of turn. Boo.
Yeah, it is weird.
Should be like if you. Whatever. All right. So yeah, that's the movement. All right, Karos. Go ahead.
So I had enough to move up to where I am now.
Okay.
I'm just going to stay focused on the back of the guy in front of me
Okay.
and prep to follow him in after.
Understood.
Trying to
Are,
like look at his feet basically.
are you holding your action to like dash after him or something, or
Can I do that? I was just thinking about that because I used my movement this turn, right? So let's see.
as a
Ready,
held
dash.
action, you can still hold a dash, and the trigger can
Okay,
be
I can
when
dash. All right, yeah. So I'll do ready a dash to basically follow him.
Govek as best as you can. Okay, got it. All right, so go ahead, because I'm trying to get y'all. So blue dot means you have a ready to action. So
Okay.
just so we don't forget. All right, Dregnar. Now it would be clattering. You'd look at it and you'd in your rage. Make a Constitution save. Is casted on a failed. The creature is magically turned to stone and is restrained. Repeat the save. Yada yada.
You said Constitution. I've been in 28.
Yeah, I thought it was wisdom. Sorry. So yeah. A creature. There's no surprise. Okay. Yep. You're good. Yeah. So you shrug it off. You shrug off his gaze for this instance.
Okay.
Its eyes are giving off that effervescent blue glare. Probably not the one you're looking for.
Okay. And I'll yell, focused on me, and then I'll start kicking his ass.
All right, go for it.
Reckless attack. Why not? What the fuck?
I mean, they are just basilisks.
I don't think an 11 or an 10 is going to hit.
I can't believe that you missed, but yeah, you missed.
2 and
You-
a 2.
And you just
Wow.
like
That's
You just-
impressive.
yeah, you just go with your boot and you hit the side of the rock, and the rock, like part of the rock, just falls off as you kick it off with so much force. But you missed the basilisk.
That's a little better.
Yeah, and then you come back with a heavy elbow. Just,
Okay.
Right.
So shadow damage,
okay, 14.
poison damage, psychic damage,
14.
and then normal damage.
All
How
right,
do you
14.
do poison damage now?
He applied the
Oh, you
last
did?
charge of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 14 plus 4, 18, 22, 27 points of damage.
Yeah, as you kind of come down with like an elbow and then move your fist and smack it on the top of its head, forcing its like bite down on its own tongue. It's, and it just it puffs up and gets bigger and it starts rattling all the much more.
And
He
then
was
I'll
pretty
use
hurt.
bonus action to do my other martial attack.
Okay. So +6 to whatever.
Well, no, plus 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 6 is 22. Because of
And then you gotta
poison
roll
and
the die.
psychic damage.
And you gotta roll the die. Yeah, you just straight up kill it in one turn. You just slide up to it, crack, 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 and you just hear this thickening as you keep focusing on like the back of its head as it's still kind of turning to look at you. You just pummel in the back of its skull. Yeah, it's gone.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Maybe not. Hold on. I gotta read something.
Are you reading something about the poison?
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna put it night time. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Your
So, go
dreaming
ahead.
stone.
Yeah, since it's the first time you're using it, let's see. What does it say?
It
Oh, I need
says,
to.
if I
So when
reduce it to 0 hit points, I can magically make it fall asleep. Fall unconscious for 10 minutes until it takes damage.
put that
When
one
you
hit
tell the
point.
creature to fall asleep, you may also force it to make a DC 15 Wisdom save. On a failed save, you can immediately learn its surface thoughts, and you can decide what dreams it has while it's asleep.
Jeez.
So DC 15 Wisdom save.
Immediately. Okay.
This
Is
is
it
Yeah,
when
it's
you
immediate.
cross. Yeah.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
it goes to sleep.
Holy shit! Did it actually save? I'm gonna laugh. Wait, no. Or I didn't always expect it to save. Yeah. It.
I mean, it still
Oh
goes to sleep.
no. Wait. It has a minus. Oh, if it didn't, I thought it was a +1. It had a -1. It fails.
It fails. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever its surface thoughts are, but it's gonna go to slumberland, and my brother's gonna chase it around while it's asleep. It's gonna have a nightmare.
Okay. Um. Immediate thoughts is
Food.
yeah, food and pain. Just
Okay.
just sheer pain as you bashed its head in.
Okay. And I'll say this one's asleep. Don't hit it.
There you go. Nicely done. Just took out one real quick.
And then I avert my eyes down.
Just, All right. Sej or whoever's controlling Sej.
That's me. Except I can't actually move him, but that's okay.
Oh, here. Edit. Let's
just-
do.
Yeah. Give it to everybody.
That's what I want to do. It's a generic. All players save. Okay, see if you can move it.
I'll just move him up here.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
I'm assuming he doesn't see anything either. He's just gonna...
He can use his action to do a perception if you
Yeah,
want
let's
him
do
to.
that. He'll scan around.
Alright, go ahead.
Actually, I'm trying to think. Is there any... Does he only advantage on smells, right, for him, I think? Or is it smells or sounds? Let me look. Racial traits.
Sedana's smell, I'm pretty sure.
Trunk is a snorkel. Let's see. Yeah, involves smell. Yeah, so he's just gonna look around, see if he can
Okay,
spot
go for
anything. Although he has, oh, that's what that advantage symbol is. This is Loxodon thing. 13. So nope.
13. Nope. He sees the sleeper and stones.
Yeah, he
Camp
goes.
here.
Good job, Dregnar.
Mhm. All right, Davis.
Yeah, I'll be like, ah! Oh, damn, he's already got it. Then that's what, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then I'm gonna look around.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that is bad. That's 7?
11. Oh, jeez, you're not even.
2. I rolled a 2, so.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
It seems clear.
Although technically, if it's a contested roll, I get double my proficiency against them.
Not in this case.
Yeah, I was
You're
gonna
not
say because if
actively-
they're stealthing, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to add Basilisk to the turn order. Alright, we'll put Sleeper on the turn order.
Right.
Boop.
All right, that's well, I mean, yeah, that's it. I don't.
Alright, let me just readjust. No. Cancel. Descending. Descending?
Yeah, and then
All right,
skip to Rock.
Alright. What would Rock do?
I don't know who's running Rock.
Who's running the Rock?
Let's see.
Anybody?
I thought Al was, but
Rock is scared.
is Corban here?
Everything okay, Corbin?
I think he fell asleep.
He may have.
Man.
Uh,
Corbin. Brrrah.
Would Rock put the sleeping basilisk in the hamster bowl?
no. That's a pretty high level spell for that.
Oh, I saw Corbin's thing light up.
Oh, hello,
I think that's
Corbin?
Corbin.
Hello?
Corbin?
Are you
That was
like
it.
muted? Like you muted?
That was his. That was his
Here.
head hitting the keyboard.
My thing is all over the place.
There it is. We hear you now.
Are you good?
Fading, but I think I can do the round at least.
Okay.
All right,
so-
if
Yeah,
you're running
you're
rock,
on
it's
roll.
his turn, and then it's your turn.
Fantastic.
A double dip.
So we killed this one. This one's, or no, we didn't kill him. He's asleep.
To sleep.
Okay.
Dregnar did dreamstone stuff to him.
And what's bad is I probably would have hit the first time because I forgot to add in double proficiency.
And we just saw her kind of creeping around. She's not attacking anything quite yet.
Yes, he moved forward, but hasn't noticed anything.
Ta-da.
You could always use Pebble to scout potentially, but do we know what happens if Pebble gazes?
She turns into pebbles.
Literal Pebble.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
That's
he'd.
funny.
Not sure if he.
You got this.
My first thought is he'd move closer to the group, and if fighting like just ended, he might throw up a minor illusion
Oh,
wall
I didn't give
over.
you control. Here, let me give you control. Boop. There you go.
a
Save. There you go. You should be able to move him.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Let's go to Karos. I am.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll stand by it. A lot of his spells are non-offensive.
Yup.
So I think he'd throw up a minor illusion, just right in front of the Dregnar, make him look like a boulder.
I'll take it. All right. Let me get that drawn for you.
Did you roll his initiative at advantage?
He did. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Boulder like
Yes, but he has a +0. Where'd it go?
that.
I like it.
Okay.
Gonna be on top of Dregnar.
Yeah, like make him
Sure.
inside of it. Nice.
Hey.
Boop. Boulder.
Why is this rock punching me?
Nice.
The basilisk is screaming of it has a nightmare of rocks punching him.
Well. All right. Anything else? Because you got your turn following up right away.
I think I'm good with that. I need to learn the rest of Rock's features, but as far as spells go, I'm
All right.
good with that.
Sounds good. Now your turn.
Oh shit, dude. How does that work? How does baritone work?
Yeah.
And then we'll just say Pebble follows.
Perfect. Thank you.
Did you bring your dire wolf with us?
Oh shit, yeah, I need a token.
Are you riding?
No, I
Ooh,
assumed
that'd be
it.
badass, dude. Mounted combat on dire wolf.
I mean, it is a steed, so you definitely could be mounted combat.
Get you a lance.
He is. For the sake of stealth, I assumed we'd been separate. I
You're fine.
have too many tabs open, holy shit.
Because
There
it's
he is.
D&D.
Mhm.
All right. We'll just say that he came down with you.
Perfect. Thank you.
If you think you got a lot of tabs open, ask Adam how many he has open.
Oh no.
Now I have to open another one for Direwolf. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine.
Okay,
Okay.
so he's on my turn. I guess I'll do me first. He is 50.
Yeah, he has 50 feet. He's pretty fast.
Wow. I'll mutter something satanic to him, and he'll run off in this direction.
Yeah, and keep in mind he can dash if you want him to as well. He has got all his actions. You have control of it, right? I hope you do.
No, I don't think he's doing anything better this turn. And then I can just say as soon as he sees something, he'll stop and hop back 10
Prepare.
feet.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, so he's got 100 feet, so he can go all the way over here if you want him to.
Okay, yeah. And I'll send him like 70, 80, just past Vielma.
All right, and then he'll notice and he'll kind of duck down.
Okay. And then with remaining movement, I'd just 5 feet back.
Yep.
Okay, then for Al, 30.
You're so slow compared to him.
A little slow. Oh, I can't see any enemies. I might
I can
take
draw
that
for
way to get
you.
hit.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's anything in this column, because that's how that works.
Fancy. It's a good column. I like it.
There, that's as far as you can go.
Actually, yeah.
You'll go
Well,
I'll
technically,
less
dash
because of difficult
towards-
terrain.
Okay. So are we counting rocks or do we just count
No, the big stuff. Like
everything is
across.
difficult?
No,
like
just
this
like
one.
these little ones are fine, but this one right here is difficult. You can't get around this one.
Okay, so
You know,
if I beeline, this is 60 feet. Should I go
that's
back
fine.
5 or 10?
Sure.
Okay.
Just keep it safe. Let's go back 5. You're good.
Oop.
Okay. And um, let's see. You can give me a perception check if you want with your
Cool.
action. Yeah.
I like that.
Even though he dashed?
Yeah, I'm still gonna allow it
Okay.
for this one.
MVP. Thank you.
Yeah, it's late. You might as well
um,
get it kind of rolling.
Perception 22 total.
20
Nice.
total. There's something behind the rock that Davis is close to.
Like over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, something's tucked in there.
Don't tell him.
Okay.
I'm good against these things. Pretty much.
Crap. Yeah. If I get free action, I'm gonna whistle and wave at him.
Give me your performance to see if you're able to get his attention. Because you're not actually calling his name.
Keep in mind, I'll do passive perception 15.
Is it a performance?
Yeah.
Get the +7. That is a cocked die.
That's fine.
Cacked.
Hey, 23.
All right. We'll say Davis is able to like you get the whistle. It strikes Davis. He's able to like peer back.
So yeah, what are you signaling?
I'm gonna 2 fingers point past you, and then hand across the neck.
Okay, that's pretty clear. I like it.
And the other thing that you notice because you rolled a 22 on perception is there are some loose rocks tumbling over here, and you swear you see something fleshy coming down with the rocks.
Ooh,
Okay. All right. Basilisk's turn. E. All right. Well, this one will 5, 10, 15, 20. She does not have ready action. This one that tumbled down will 5, 10, 15, 20, and okay, decent. And then this one that you saw that you warned Davis about, layers, because layers are a thing. Well, layer.
Ooh, that one looks bestial.
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
5, 10.
Hit it! I'm hitting it.
How? Oh, and
Sentinel.
that's fine.
Am I? 18.
You miss.
Son
You
of a
go and
bitch.
you go and you strike it,
Oh, wait,
and
wait.
like
Fuck. I forgot my bless, but. Can I? 20?
that's fine.
Sorry.
You hit.
Okay.
Yeah, your glaive like almost gets stopped by all the numerous thinner, bristly spines on his back, but you're able to
Yeah,
push
I'll
through.
push it back 5 feet as well. And I will follow. Damage. Ooh, 7 damage.
7. Okay. Cuts deep. And it can't move forward, right?
Correct. Speed is 0.
Then it will will spit at you, I think.
Bully.
Yeah. So you'll see its clouded eyes. You barely see its pupils as they're not focused. One is like pointed down, the other one's pointed somewhere up. Like it looks almost like cross-eyed in a sense. But it seems to be aware of your presence, and you see like its throat kind of expand almost like a bullfrog's would, and it releases this like viscous gout towards you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
I assume no veteran scars, right?
Actually, yes.
Ooh, yay.
Veteran scars, because that is a condition.
Nice. Okay, so advantage. Ooh, fuck, they were both really good. An 18 and a natural 20, so a total of 22.
Yeah, so you managed to like move out of the way. None of the really viscous, like deep brownish yellow liquid gets on anything to
Yeah,
the
like-
other, like on you, but kind of like on your
Yeah, I've
little
got
bit.
my glaive like kind of under its throat a little bit, and I'm like just barely tilt the head up a little bit with it and kind of duck underneath the geyser that shoots by me.
Yeah, you take
So
19 points of poison damage, halved.
halved, yeah, so 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do not feel yourselves seizing up.
Nice.
Used its breath, and that was it because it can't do much. Oh, the other basilisk. That one moved to chomp.
Do I
This
do I
one-
see this one, or is he like hidden by the brush?
He past the 15. You don't see
Past
it.
15. Okay.
Yeah, you don't see it. Misses. It's one bite. Oh yeah, they only have one bite. Okay, yeah, okay. Then Govek's turn. He was gonna say something, and I already forgot. So
He gets his reaction back at least.
yeah, legit, he had something to say. Oh, the chattering, alerting others. He saw this thing fall, so he's gonna run up here.
Okay. And if I could, I might, if I see him burning over, which I assume I would, I might do a similar whistle to Al and kind of see if he can see where that I'm currently engaged.
Gotcha. Okay, that'll be on your turn to get his super. Like you can do it loosely right now to get his attention.
Right.
All right, Verma, will hit one, will miss with the other, and she will do 8 plus 4. She will do 7 points of damage to this guy. All right, Karos.
All right. Wow, that. There it is. So I'll use up my. I wasn't paying enough attention, but 5.
Oh, he was supposed to have
10,
dashed as his ready
15,
action, right?
20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So you can keep up with him.
Sure.
Sorry, and now you got your turn back. Correct.
All right.
So you would have also
And so,
maybe heard me whistling.
Sweet. And did he motion that there's something there, but you
He did. Yeah. Your passive. You would be aware of it.
both of them or just this one?
Definitely this one. You
Okay.
saw Davis interacting with something, and you heard spittle. So.
Yeah, you heard a
Okay.
squish.
Gross.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right. Ah, man. Separating my current knowledge with my character knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, like he knows what they are, and he knows, what they explained it to him and
Oh, you
everything
know.
like that.
Yeah,
So
you
it's like
know.
I know
Yeah.
what the deal is, but obviously haven't.
I mean, we
hunted
have
them
faced one.
before.
You have.
Oh, that's right. What's her? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
Zarya had.
So it's not completely foreign.
Okay. I will since there's two, I'm gonna run forward to the one in front of me to start.
Okay.
Just
It-
because.
It does have half cover, being in the bushes. Just letting you know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll roll with it. He'll be going down and wait till it's a bush, and presumably knows. All right, it's in this bush.
Eyes averted, or are you looking towards it?
Eyes on the ground.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Whomp whomp.
Don't forget your bless, like I almost did.
Alrighty. We'll do this first, and then see if a D4 will help.
The D4 you get automatically.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's a
That's a natty one.
natty one.
As you just
And
hear.
look at that, a nat 20 and a nat
Oh
1.
god.
Yeah.
So,
You just hear a bunch of like the branches that snap as the gnarled flail head that you wield snaps through them, but
Damn.
missing.
so we'll take another swing.
So wang.
All right, better.
D4, D4, D4.
Yeah, do the D4.
No.
Now you hit for sure.
Oh, you do? Okay. Phew. I
Yeah.
thought 18 didn't hit.
Huh?
Oh, maybe
This
different one. Different one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, oh yes, we'll do this,
Okay. Max damage. Got it.
and we'll add a smite into it because I missed the first one.
All right. I you wisdom save or intelligence save? I never remember. Or is it
That
just do it?
is the save is just to keep from getting knocked prone or getting
Okay.
pushed. So we will. I'll try to push him. This is just this. Ooh,
Hey.
max roll. All right.
Nice.
And then the push will be to like try to get him to go. Shit, how many feet is that? It is.
It is
Wish these squished together better.
yeah, because I'm trying to find yours so I can see what save I need to make.
All right. I think it's gonna end up being a strength save versus my int
Okay.
save.
So it will succeed. I'm pretty sure. It rolled a natural 16.
Ooh,
19
actually.
total.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. That beats.
Yeah.
That beats either any of the saves I could have.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So it like you go to it's a heavy crack and here's like some like breaking of its scales and possibly some bones in its face area. And but its 6 set of legs just dig into the ground. It doesn't move anywhere.
All right. And that'll be the end.
That'll be that?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Next on the docket, Sleepnar.
Okay. I'm gonna go after the big boy, I guess.
Yeah, you're well aware of the
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Difficult terrain.
30. Well, I was gonna go around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just
5,
like
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 would get me into range, right? Or 40. Be 40, 35, 40, doesn't matter for
Okay.
me. And I do know that I have to start my turn near it, so I'm hoping that this is far enough away. I don't know. But I'm not going to avert my eyes as I approach.
as you go, its eyes are clouded over and not even focusing on you. You don't
Okay.
feel any influence.
I didn't want to assume that was one of the
Mhm.
ones, but still.
Mhm.
So I will reckless.
Okay.
Ho ho! On the first one,
Nice.
this dude is fuckered. That's what.
Don't forget you have a bardic still too, which you can dump into that technically, I think,
I
right?
could.
Can. Yeah.
So I'm looking at 30. Bardic is a D10, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
40
Okay.
plus the psi. So 44 before I drop any die.
Okay. Go for it. It's still up.
Okay, so 44 plus another 6. Sorry, 50 because my
Still
I
up.
didn't- okay, so 60 points right now.
Okay.
65. 78, correct?
Okay.
Yep.
Still up.
83.
83.
Still up.
86 points of damage.
Jeez.
Still up.
Okay.
It looks fucking clobbered though. Like out of nowhere, like a bullet. You just you look at it for a second. There's no effect, and you just. What do you want to do? Fist, butt, headbutt? What are you striking it with? Which
You
one
know
is
what,
this?
I'm thinking. Well, no, I did the psychic damage, so it had to be my hand wraps, right? Or does that count for all my unarmed strikes?
We're saying
This
for
is for
your
fun.
sake, it's
Since
all
you just
yeah,
did
for
90
fun.
damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a headbutt. I'm just gonna run at it and just like Goldberg spirit, like the last 5 foot. Just
Yeah.
oh,
As you're like running at it, you're like waiting just to feel like yourself have to shake off, and nothing does, and you're actually like waiting for that to stop you, and just your momentum carries you. You kind of shake it up as you like retract, you're like, and continue just wailing into it. You would have naturally shoved it back, but it gets pushed up against the rocks and it just kind of falls into place.
okay. Attack number 2 is a 20.
Barely hits, but hits.
It hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have blessed too, don't forget. But you
6.
still hit.
Oh, and you use the
13.
bardic. So.
Correct.
So another 15 points of damage.
It's not looking very happy.
And then my bonus attack for my martial arts.
That hits.
Plus, bless. Okay, you're good.
7 plus there's a 13. So another 16 points of damage.
Still up, but it's looking rough.
Good lord.
It's a biggin. It's a toughen.
So
Hey,
that was 45 or that was 35 foot of movement, right?
It's 40.
40. Yeah.
So that would be
Yeah.
50, right?
Yeah.
That way it can kind of only attack Davis or I, not both of us.
With
Gotcha,
the
gotcha.
spray thing, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as you know, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Yep. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Like it's, but like you two see a bunch of its spines are just snapped. As like Dregnar's like ripping in there, pulling on him, and punching and just getting into it, and it's one of its eyes, Davis. You see as Dregnar like headbutted it, it's one of its bad eyes just popped. It's like, and there's this
No, we need
dark
those.
crimson, like violet, almost blood is just. It's just
No, we need the eyes. Don't hit the headbutt was bad.
okay. That nicely done. All right, Sej's turn. Whoever's running Sej.
I am, and they did say about 30 feet away, and you're fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'll step up, not averting. I assume he saw all this shit happening from he was
If a
back
creature
here.
starts its turn within 30 feet. Yeah, because it specifically says when they start, not if they start or end their turn. And it's
Yeah.
weird. I didn't realize that.
He will just do a guiding bolt, level 1 guiding bolt. Actually, I
Alright,
really should
mark
have
up
pissed
the
you off
spell
and did
slot.
like level 5 guiding bolt.
Yeah, well, you are.
I can't mark off the spell slot.
Yeah, the first slot. What is it? Is that a natural?
It's first. Yeah, it's just a level 1.
I know, but
I
is
haven't
it a
rolled
natural
yet.
20?
It's 27 total.
That most certainly hits.
Yeah.
So,
I'll do the damage here.
right.
And does he have a cleric thing that does a little extra damage for stuff? I forget.
Cantrip.
Oh, cantrip only. Okay. Still, 17's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
and next attack's got advantage on
And
it.
yeah, that's the big thing.
So where, like, as he releases this stun mote, and it floats over your shoulder at rapid speed, not floats, flies over your shoulder at rapid speed, impacts the beast, its mouth and, like, its nostrils, and now its busted eye all illuminate this sunlight kind of coming out of it, making it a prime target.
I'd be like, take it down, Davis.
Yeah. Alright, your turn, Davis.
Hey, I get to set myself up. Yeah, so of course, get my reaction back. I will do Ferocious Strike at advantage.
Yeah, this one's not gonna last long.
May actually not hit. 17 does not hit, I don't think.
No, 17 misses. It still has some fight. Steps aside.
Okay. And is it only the next attack, or is it?
Only the next attack.
Okay, so I don't do advantage anymore. Okay, so I'll just do a regular attack then. No ferocious. Fuck me, that's terrible. 12.
Yeah, it's a corner monstrosity at this point, just flailing.
I'll be like, you know what, Dregnar, you've earned it. Oh, I keep forgetting to roll my bless. That first one might have hit, but whatever. The second one definitely did. I'll just Dregnar, take it out.
Okay,
So
Reckon?
spotter's order.
So that's his reaction. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's gone.
That's the thing is, I know you get all your shit back because it's on a per turn. So-
Are you putting it to sleep or are you killing it?
No, this one I'm gonna kill because we gotta pull its eye out, and I don't want the damn thing to wake up whenever we go to pull its eye out.
Okay. His day
How considerate of you.
It's destroyed. I kind of, if you allow me to take it from you, Dregnar, I don't know if you have a how do you want to do this for this thing. Doesn't really seem to deserve one. But you basically, as it's like Davis is dodging it and says, how do you want to do this? You take a step back and you're like, worked last time, and you just like spear it and ram it and carry it through into the rock, and you hear its spine just crack, and it falls limp on the side of the rock.
I immediately go over to it and look like, is the eye intact still? Is it good?
The one other clouded eye.
I'm like, oh man, I was afraid you were gonna squish it.
Okay.
Actually, wait, I still have my movement. How far? Yeah, I'll just.
8.point.
So this is difficult terrain. This rock here.
I like any of like the ones that
5,
seem to like
15,
take up a
20,
square. Like if they were
25. Yeah,
a square or bigger. 8 point.
I'll come this way, and that's my turn.
Okay. Honestly, since it's late and you guys kind of knocked it out, if you want to, we can just say you mop up the rest of the pass.
Yeah, like we've hardly used anything so far.
Yes.
The only thing I want to do is tell the giants that one's still alive. If you need to take a live one for some reason.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Goliaths, you mean?
Goliaths.
Yeah, the Goliath. Yeah, I say this one's still the bot. This one is still alive. If you want to take it with you.
To study.
So what'll happen is Karos and Guvek will, get on either side of the bush where the one is hiding, and then just like in unison, just destroy the one that's hiding in the bushes. And Karos, you'll with your heavy flail just down on the top of its head, you'll feel a crack, and then with your claw, you'll just kind of rake it across and just like almost like rip its jaw off with your claw. And then Verma, Al, and the Greater Steed will just jump up on this one. Verma jumping up on the rock and coming down with a heavy jump as the Greater Steed grabs one of the legs and like flips the Basilisk off to the side, knocking it prone, and she just eviscerates it with one swift cut. And Al is like, "Woo! That's my wolf." See
Got the
that?
rope ready and like, you got it, you got it.
Exactly.
Hey,
You're
at
like
least
Eddie
your
the
wolf can fight stuff like this, because T-Rex can't.
you like
He's
got
got
your,
issues.
and then yeah, you'll say to study, and they'll look and say, "Huh? We rarely capture, but thank you." Yeah, you guys made a joke of that one. That was fun.
I mean, a natural 20 on when he hadn't used his like
Oh,
damage
I'm
shit
down for
yet.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
this
down
is
for that.
insane. And had a bardic, like all yeah.
Yeah.
So 152 hit points. Bye.
Wow.
19 AC. Bye.
Damn.
Hey, I did 9 of
Every-
those. Okay, or no, I don't even know if I did
7.
that many. 7.
7.
God damn it. That's right. He did 9 to me.
And then Sedge did some as well too.
Yeah,
Sage
so-
did more. Sage did 17.
Yeah.
Yep.
So its spittle and its bite, everything was a save. It was a save against petrify. So I was just like,
It's funny that I was like, no, whatever. I can go fight these things no matter what. Like, except for this one, which is the one that I actually can get petrified by.
yeah, it's the one. So yeah, with that, the corpses of the beasts are presented, one of the eyes on the cloud touched is absolutely just destroyed. There is the other clouded eye, as well as many broken spines, and the way that it died, it's not really cut up much. It's more just crushed against a rock. And it's a pretty large beast. I mean, while the size of it is still large category, it's borderlining like where it would be, 15. It's close to 15 feet in length rather than like the typical 10, 12. So it's pretty damn big. It's large as it lays there dead and limp. It's large, like elongated serpent-like tongue hangs out of its mouth. Looks pretty fucked up. Oops, let me do that. So, what would you boys like to do with the corpse?
Throw it off the cliff. Oh crap, we were here for this.
I'm gonna praise the pupper.
Yeah, I mean, I
Alright,
guess I'll ask Verma or go over and be like, is there anything we need to do when we remove this eye, or just carve it out?
Should we take the
I-
whole head?
Shaman know what to do. We take head, and if we give us time, we will take imported organs. And they'll kind of get up there, and they'll see them start taking out like a flaying knife and like a hunter's knife, and get ready to just go to town on the creature. He'll also look to Dregnar and hand you the axe. Your honor, your kill.
I kind of look at the
Um,
axe like I'm not sure I know what to do with this.
I'll nudge him. It's like they want you to eat the testicles. It's a sign of great respect.
Deception check, go.
Bravura, add a D10.
Do you still have the bardic inspiration?
I do.
He does. He does.
Oh,
Ah!
God, still add a D10 and add maybe
Watch
two
it roll, like,
D10s.
Yeah, 2d10.
My
10 on
D10's for
both
free.
rolls.
The other one's up to you.
That's hilarious.
Come on, big roll.
Oh,
Alright,
not bad,
18.
not bad, not
18.
I wish. He
19.
Oh my God.
barely beat it. That's hilarious. All right.
I like
Kinda-
it.
I look at
you
him
know
for a
what?
second and go,
Yeah, I was gonna say you think I'm dead serious, but like I can't keep like that crook of a smile like out of the corner of my mouth and like straighten it out again right away. But
and then I go, "Bleh." And then I look at the axe again. I'm like, Davis, how do I use this thing?
Just give it to me.
Well, no, I'm gonna
Okay,
try.
then I'll expose the neck for you and be like, just
Okay.
chop away, man.
I'll give it a go. I don't know what the hell.
sure. Just roll me 2d20. It's gonna, since you're making it like it's something
It's an
different
attack,
for you.
basically.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy enough. Yeah. I mean, 13 with advantage. So you just kind of line it up. It's not the straightest cut, but you're like, kind of look. Not you cut, and it's like it takes 2 tacks. You like get it through most of it, and then there's just a little connective portion where the throat is, and there's actually like this that vial sac there, and you cut again, and it just like see
Careful. That stuff's.
this yellow pussy ooze just spill out, and then the head just kind of flops over, and you're able to take it. The head's pretty big. I mean, it's probably the size of like your chest.
Oh, damn.
Dregnar. It's a lot of head. A lot of like it's a very front loaded, just chomping beast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Gubak looks at you and says, and then good kill, and then he'll take his axe back from you and kind of wipe the vial off of it on like one of the plants in the area.
I'll carry the head.
Okay. So you guys, I guess Davis, you can add Cloud Touch Basilisk Head.
Okay. I
And
have bull
Kovac.
strength today, so.
All right. And then Kovac will it'll take him a little bit of time. He'll get into it. Him and Verma will get around. Actually, Verma will still stay watch. She'll stay attentive and look. She seems to kind of subside from her rage a little bit, watching, and she'll say, "Keep eyes sharp. There could be more." And Kovac will kind of get in there and he'll start like really working and cutting because this creature's hide is much thicker and has like just even where it has a little barbs on the top, even under its belly, there's like little barbs and make it like awkward to cut. And he pokes his hand multiple times. And you see he's bleeding as he's working through, and he harvests like the heart and some other organs, getting them ready for transport. And he'll cut out what I guess I'm not gonna make you make a meta. So he'll cut out the liver and he'll toss it to the your greater steed, Al. And he'll be like offering it to your greater steed as like a meal if he wants it.
Oh, you want a treat, boy? You want a treat? Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, if that's what he wants, he'll just go into it. And that's a big liver. He'll enjoy it. He'll eat it. And from there, I guess because it's 2:30 and people are dozing off, it's time for the next trek of the adventure, where we'll pick up
Next
with you
year.
guys. Yeah, next year. Gotta go find some hellhounds. Yee. Good job.
Woohoo.